What is going on? So there's a lot that I need to come out and say because this really ticked me off when I first stumbled upon it. I mean, I'm not really surprised by it, but hey, what's up, Winter King, Max Palmer, Dead Yellow? What's going on, guys? Oh, you got a new phone today? That's pretty cool. But yeah, I just wanted to test out Streamyards, so I think it might be better this way. A remote tripod. What's going on, guys? You're playing on PS4 now? That's pretty cool. Hey, man. Hey, what's up, Donnie? How's it going, man? I was listening to Amy Winehouse at work today. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I mainly just wanted to test out StreamYards, and there was something else that, kind of really ticked me off, to be honest. And Dead Yellow, I'm sure you know what that's about. Let me see. Um, Wait, is it about you know who? I guess. Is this about who I think? I believe so. Bald head guy. Yep. Rachel Zegler got nominated for Best Action Star. So funny. Oh, yeah. Well, that's what he got mad at me for. Basically, I mean, it's like, dude, just cut it out already. Like, I don't know, like, what he finds so fascinating, like, all these years later. But either way, like, I just don't get it. My roommate beat me in football club 24 uh 5 to 0. Oh, got highlight on PS4. That's cool, man. The only movie I've seen her in is Shazam Fury of the Gods. Yeah. Like I think some people like I don't I just don't think some people know like what an action star really is. Like just because someone is in an action movie per se, like or if they're in an action movie, that doesn't make them an action star per se. because it's not like people like Tom Holland, for instance, is like on the same level as Sylvester Stallone, if that makes sense. You dropped your Seven Dust video a little while ago. Glad you got it done. That's cool, man. Carrie Ann Moss? Huh. The Ultimate Anthony Studios. Hello, how's it going? But yeah, when I stumbled across, whose comment on Discord, not gonna lie, that really ticked me off, especially the whole like incel thing. Because you know what, that wouldn't be the first time that he's called me an incel. Which is like, do you even know the definition of an incel? Like, I'm pretty sure it's just someone that, um, I mean, hold on, you know what? I'm gonna pull up the Google definition of it right now. How about that? Doing good and I am new. That's cool, man. I haven't gone to see a movie in a while. Um, the last movie I went to go see was The Beekeeper. That was pretty good. Pretty good movie. Well, funny thing is, I actually saw it twice. First time I watched it was at home, and then I went to the theater. All right, here we go. Incel definition dictionary. Member of online community of young men who consider themselves unable to attract women, typically associated with views that are hostile towards men and women who are pretty much active. Huh. Yeah, so I don't understand how like mainly the part where it says unable, like a community of young men that are unable to attract, like I don't understand how like that's an insult necessarily. So yeah, I don't know what to make of that, to be honest. Hey, punk agents, hope you're doing well. Thank you. Same to you. Most recent movie I saw in theaters was Barbie. Oh wow, so it's kind of been a while then. Because that one came out like almost a year ago now, right? If Eggman turns good in the third movie, then he's going to be the main villain in Sonic 4. Yeah, that's a good question. Honestly, I hope for Sonic 3, um, I do hope that it'll be the last one with Eggman. Because I mean, how many times can you like how many times can you reuse the same villain over and over again, you know? I think what I'll do is rename. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, don't go see Madam Web. Yeah, I've heard not so good things about it. Hey, what's up, Joseph Leon? How's it going? I'm gonna go see two movies that I have to drive 2 hours to see in the next 2 weeks, though. Oh man, what movies are those? Got a new band shirt T-shirt today. It was $8. Oh, nice. What band shirt is that? Hey Zach, have you seen Sabotage with Mark and Carrie and Moss? Pretty good, entertaining film. I actually have not seen that. At least I don't think I have. Went and saw The Beekeeper yesterday in theaters. Nice, man. Yeah, The Beekeeper was pretty good. I think of Jason Statham's more recent flicks, that's probably the best. They're doing theatrical runs of two movies I love, but it's only in the big city. Oh, okay then. That's cool though. Oh, I see. Sorry guys, I'm not really well versed into Streamyard, so you'll have to give me a minute to figure all this out because I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. Yeah, like I don't know how to see your comments. My apologies, guys. Yeah, sorry guys, you'll have to give me a minute. I don't know how to pull up the thing again. Like I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah, this is this is definitely more of a StreamYard test than anything. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I was waiting for what's his name? Umbrella to get back to me, but you know. Like, dude, I don't know how to get back to the thing. How do I get back to it? Oh, here we go. Okay. All right. I think I got it. Sorry. Now let me see your comments. Um. Oh, he was in John Wick 3. Oh, that's cool. What would you do? What would I do if what? Zach, don't you have a GF, so you can't be in so. Sean, on the other hand, is sadly forever alone. Don't hold it against him. Okay then. I mean, I thought he did as well, but maybe he doesn't anymore. I don't know. But see, the thing is with me is I don't care. I don't care what someone does, like how active someone is. Like, why is that something that you would care about? Hey, what's up, Lincoln 2? Hey, what's going on, Cole? You just arrived. That's cool. Do you like the band The Police? I've heard of them, but I haven't really listened to much of their music. But if Eggman gets defeat again in Sonic Movie 3, then he will get defeat from the leak. Oh, okay then. Yeah, to be honest with you, I do hope that Sonic 3 will be the last one with Eggman. Seventh Day Slumber is coming to my town after my birthday. Hope I'll see them for the first time and maybe get to meet them. Yeah, that would be cool. Hey, what's going on, Junebug? The Equalizer 3 is a good movie. I haven't seen the first two. Oh man, dude, you should have seen the first two before seeing the third one. They are kind of like their own movies, so it's not like you have to see um like one to understand the other, because they're all like all three of the Equalizer movies are kind of like their own stories. Hello there. Hey, what's going on, Andrew Bebe? Streamyard sucks. Yeah, it's not very user friendly. That's the thing. Have you seen any of Mel Gibson's films? Yeah, I like the Lethal Weapon movies. Those are pretty good. And I thought Mel Gibson was a pretty good villain in Expendables 3, even though Expendables 3 isn't that strong of a movie, but it's all right. Where's your face? I can't see it. Eh, I don't know. I just kind of wanted to test this out just with my logo. That's really cool with your logo and the blackness with StreamYard. It really looks cool. Yeah, I would say so myself. Your birthday is on February 28th. That's nice. Happy birthday. Andrew, you better have recorded your parts for X Ray. Oh, he has. Yeah, he sent me his parts already. He doesn't play a big role in it, but he's in the film regardless. Um, Def Leppard is coming to my area. Bought a ticket to see Primus live recently. If I want to get a decency for Def Leppard, it'll be close to $200. Not sure if I'd pay that much for Def Leppard. Yeah, I don't blame you, MJ Nation. I like Def Leppard, but they've never been one of my favorite bands. Like they're not they like when we're talking about like my top 10 favorite bands of all time or whatever, Def Leppard, they're just not a band that would be on there. But I do like the band nonetheless though. Yeah, you filmed them like a month ago. Yeah, something like that. So there's this interesting restaurant where the girl gave her a Valentine's gift, went there this week first time, seen her Valentine's Day, got a discount. Oh, nice. What is Mel Gibson, the director of or so of Passion of the Christ? No, I don't know if Mel Gibson is a director. I mean, he might have directed some things, but I think people more see him as an actor. Like he's best known for Lethal Weapon, Mad Max. Those are some of his biggest franchises. Have you seen Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuse 2007? Very funny movies. I've heard of them, but I haven't seen them. BNN News Network is the best. Yes, absolutely. Any updates on X-Ray? Is it still on hold? Yes and no. Like I've worked on some of it recently. Like I got the ending. Like the entire last episode is all shot and everything. So, and basically all edited. I just need to put it together and then, get music for it and everything. But yeah, there's still a bit to work on when it comes to X-Ray. But I'm gonna get back to it soon. Zach, thoughts on Nirvana? Um, I respect them. I'm just not really the biggest fan of them. I think they're kind of overrated, to be honest. Def Leppard is in your top 5 favorite bands. Oh, okay, that's cool. I mean, I don't have an issue with that. I mean, Def Leppard is a good band. They're just not. I just wouldn't put them up there as one of my favorites. Kind of sad that Best Buy might get rid of their physical copies of video games. Yeah. Well, when I was out today, I mean, I didn't go to Best Buy, but I was kind of tempted to just see like if they actually got rid of all of them. But yeah, that is lame what Best Buy is doing. My favorite Def Leppard song is Paper Sun. That's actually a pretty good song. So maybe hopefully that's I can actually win this girl's heart. Well, there you go. I like Def Leppard. Pyromania is one of my favorite albums of all time. But a decent seat for around 200 is a bit much. I'm looking forward to seeing Primus live though. Yeah, Pyromania is probably my favorite Def Leppard album as well. High and Dry would probably be second, and then third would probably be Hysteria, and then after that, that's where it gets a little tricky, I think. You like African music? I'm not really familiar. I don't think you would like Primus though. Oh well. You got into the band 10 years this year. 10 years. They're okay. I don't mind their music. If Sean made X-Ray, he'd call it XK. Oh, Andrew. Hey, what's up, Brian? Delivers you the goods. Hey, Brian, you're more than welcome to hop on to be a guest or whatever. Godsmack, no surprise there. I like Godsmack, but if I had to guess, I probably wouldn't even crack my top 30. Yeah, I'm not even a fan of Godsmack. I mean, I don't think they're bad. Like, from what I've heard from their music, they don't sound too bad, but I mean, Max is definitely a bigger fan than we are. That's for sure. For if you include Joe Elliott. Think it would it'd be really cool if Pete Willis was sober. Now they can get him back in Def Leppard, then Def Leppard can be a 3-piece guitar band. Oh, okay. And then you said 4 if you include Joe Elliott. Oh, okay. Sub Dead Yellow and everyone. Favorite rant by Rambo Ralph? Mine was his Scary Movie 5 rant from 2013, which he re-uploaded recently. Very funny. I haven't seen every one of his rants, but I do like a lot of his content though. I did kind of enjoy his Ip Man 4 review. That was kind of like a rant, which I don't blame him for ranting on that movie. Because, I mean, when it comes to Ip Man, I like the first 3 movies, but the fourth one just didn't need to exist, to be honest. Hey, Brian, you enjoying the new Sum 41? It was fine, I guess. I've just been dealing with my PS4 and its issues with the eject button on the system itself now. Dang, dude. And then you said definitely Bring Me the Horizon is a great band. Never got into them. If you find it at a store as a movie trilogy, I recommend picking up the trilogy on DVD. And consists of Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World Ends. Very funny. Okay, I got you, Cole. Max Palmer, I like Bring Me the Horizon. That's cool. Do you like any female superhero movies? I'm trying to think. I'm not really sure, but you know what would be cool if what's her name? If Holly Berry got to play Storm, like with her like own solo movie, like where she's Storm. I would be down for that. That'd be kind of cool if it's Halle Berry. All right. Yeah, I'll send you the link, Brian. All right, Brian, I just sent it to you. The Catwoman movie. Oh yeah, the first. Yeah, see, I was just thinking about Marvel for some reason. But yeah, the first Wonder Woman movie was all right. What's a new band you got into? I think Incubus. Morning View is a good album. Yeah, Incubus is one of the bands I did get into so far this year. Same with System of a Down. Even though System of a Down I've known about for years, and I've always liked their Toxicity album. Do you want the link to Junebug? Because I can send it to you too. All right. Can you guys hear me okay? Yeah, I'll get to your comments in a minute, guys. I just gotta figure this thing out. You guys will have to bear with me here. Brian. Oh, wait. There's Junebug. Okay, you can hear me. That's cool. Wait. I thought I saw Junebug. Okay, so here's Junebug.
June's not here. Well, nice to see you on Streamyard, Zach.
Yeah, you as well.
Well, I honestly like it better than Zoom, and then a lot of the other streaming apps because I've tried all of them. I mean, it does take a while to get used to, but Streamyard definitely is the most simple out of all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real.
So, how have you been?
I've been doing all right. How about yourself?
Good. I'm just really excited. Kind of like, I mean, the best way to describe it, I guess, is I feel high, but in a good way, not like on drugs, but like, is that girl? Like, like I said, in case you didn't really read the story, because I was talk texting, I gave her a Valentine's Day gift, but because I don't really know, I know her, but I didn't really want to make it weird because I'm trying to,
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
How you doing, Junebug?
Good. So as I was saying, so I got the girl. I didn't really want to give her like something that is going to be like creep her out. So I gave her, her few of her kids are into wrestling. So I got them there's a college in this where I'm from. So I got her a T-shirt and then the kids some candy. And I left her a little note because she works at a restaurant. I said, thanks for all the buffalo burgers and she got a house. So I congratulated her to the house. And then I noticed that the change was different. So I think she actually, it was a case where I knew what the amount was basically going to be. So I just handed her the $20.
Right.
When I noticed the change was different, I think she actually didn't charge me for the something. So either she didn't charge me for the fries or I got a free buffalo burger.
Nice.
So,
Cool, man.
And so, yeah, like I said in the stream, maybe I'll slowly win her heart, right?
Yeah, you never know, man.
Which would be nice because this is kind of I actually wait to be kind of a nice love story, maybe like a Johnny and June love story because I actually wait. It was one of those things when I first saw her, I'm like,
Yeah.
I told myself I'm going to marry that girl.
Okay.
So maybe it'd be like either that or like Charles Bronson and Jill Ireland. So
Yep. I hear you on that.
The only thing is, a lot of people have told me though, don't go after her because she has 4 kids, but I don't care.
Yeah. I mean,
I'd be
that doesn't
stepdad.
have anything to do with it.
I'd be stepdad.
Yep.
Yeah, you're not the only one that has a crush on someone.
Yeah, I wanted to take a look at some of these comments though. Let's see.
I'm
What
eating
about the
Burger King,
Catwoman
by the way,
movie?
just so you know.
Sorry, what, Brian?
I'm eating Burger King, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, nice.
Something.
What? Okay, Lincoln 2. What's your opinion on the song Atlas Rise by Metallica? It's pretty good. I do think it's one of the highlights on Hardwired. And
I need
then
to,
Catwoman is a good movie. Don't care what anyone says.
I need to re-listen to Hardwire.
Yeah, Hardwire's it's all right. I mean, it's not as I don't think it's as good as 72 Seasons though.
Yeah.
I did like 72 Seasons. That felt like old school Metallica, you know?
Yeah,
No, there were some
it's definitely
bad
more
tracks
old.
on it.
Yeah, it's definitely more old school Metallica than Hardwired was. I thought.
Well, we all know Zach here wants
Don't talk about it to Austin Nation TV because he does not like 72 Seasons.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what's okay? We all know Zach totally just wants to hear. He probably wants to hear. He probably wants their next album to be Unload, right?
Honestly, that would be okay, or Overload or whatever. You know, like
I think. No, I'm teasing Zach, but yeah, no. I mean, I wouldn't mind because Metallica.
Yeah, I don't mind the Reload or the Load and Reload albums. I mean, they're experimental for sure.
Yeah, they really are.
I think it'd be interesting, especially Metallica's career now, if they did Unload or, like you said, Overload or
Yeah,
Loaded.
Loaded.
Yeah, something will work.
They were talking about Def Leppard though. I was saying like Def Leppard's in my top 5 favorite bands, and I still think
Yeah.
my favorite album is Flame.
Yeah, that's what you were saying in the chat. Your favorite was Slang. That's interesting. I think you've told me that before, actually.
I just like it because my biggest problem with Def Leppard is that they always kind of. I'm not complaining because they stick with their guns, but you know what I mean. That like every album is somewhat the same, especially in recent years.
Yeah.
But Slain is just so different. Like it's almost like.
Yeah, the 90s was a very interesting time for bands like that.
Well, yeah, especially Slain though. That's like a Def Leppard's attempt at like a heavy metal album, like true heavy metal, right? That's kind of how I look at it, and I still think with Pete Willis doing better now, he's sober. I still think that Def Leppard should just talk to him, hire him.
Yeah,
So.
Yeah, I thought Def Leppard's latest album, I mean, it was all right. I just didn't think it held up very well.
Yeah, well, I can kind of agree because it basically sounded like, I really wish that Def Leppard would evolve into, honestly, more heavier stuff. Now, but one of my favorite bands, I'm really hoping that they do something because they were talking about it.
Yeah.
The Who was talking about basically Pete Townsend and Roger Daltrey were going to get together and talk about the future of the band.
What I can't wait for is another Dream Theater album.
That would be cool.
Hopefully that comes out later this year.
Are you guys familiar?
Probably will.
Are you guys familiar with the band called Riverside?
I've heard about them, but I've never listened to them.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever listened to them.
They're Pink Floyd's my favorite band of all time. They're very Pink Floyd-like.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't really agree with the whole thing. Oh, this is the next blank band. But if I had to compare them, I would probably call them the next Pink Floyd.
Did you say the next Blink 182 band is what you were referring
I
to?
think you said next Pink Floyd.
Oh, okay. I was like, where did Blink 182 come into this equation? Even though I like them, by the way.
Yeah, but how long has Riverside been around? Like, are they influenced by Pink Floyd in some way?
2001.
Okay, so they came out way after Pink Floyd then.
But they're
I actually got into some of Pop Evil's music. Yeah. That guy Lee can really hit a range with his vocals.
Yeah.
I saw him perform for the Welcome to Rockville thing that's in Daytona. And they're good live.
Okay, so it's a band. I thought it was the way you made
Pop Evil is a band.
Okay, because the way you made it sound, it was just
lead
like
singer.
I'll tell
okay.
you know, one of the best shows I went to though was seeing Alice Cooper.
Oh, I bet that'd be fun.
Yeah, and I got to see them with Orianti. Damn, that girl could play guitar.
Oh,
And,
I remember her.
hey,
I didn't know she was still doing her thing.
No, she's doing her solo stuff now. I mean, I'm jealous of her because she dated Richie Sambora. I mean, I want Orianti, you know.
Yep.
But man, she's such a great guitar player, and I mean, honestly, I think that she has the capability, you know, because she's I think if she really tried her luck, I really think she could be, you know, maybe a rival to Taylor Swift if she really wanted to. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, here we go with Taylor Swift.
Oh boy.
I had to call out Zach Gattuso on that crap today.
Brian, I did see that video you did earlier.
Let me clarify something.
Did he actually share your video or something?
Oh yeah, he did. A couple of them.
Hey, I'm not really a Taylor Swift hater, but I'll just say I am from Kansas City, so I kind of know some stuff about Taylor Swift. But I don't mind her, but like I more appreciate her, but I don't really like listen to her music. If that makes sense, I guess, you know.
It's not really worth it anyway. She's gotten really overrated.
She has. There was a story. Her and Travis Kelce were going on a date, and Kansas City's known for its barbecue. She told a guy that the barbecue sucks. The guy responded, "And your music sucks," because you know it's one of those things that it's more like you insulted. A lot of guys in Kansas City.
Yes, Burger King. That's what I'm eating.
Andrew should join in. Yeah.
No, that'd be fun.
But it's more.
Andrew knows how to use Streamyard, though.
It's more so, you know, the whole thing that she's, you know, a lot of those guys in Kansas City take their barbecue very passionately, and she insulted his barbecue, so he decided to insult Taylor Swift's music. I just thought that was funny because
I don't know. She's kind of like a. I just talked about this with my mom recently. I said Taylor Swift is in the overexposed area. She's kind of like Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm going to say this, and I've been saying it recently. I think I know what Taylor Swift actually needs. I think she needs a rival.
I couldn't argue with that.
And I mean, I think it could be Orianti. I think could do it. I've also heard that Paramore is done, and I guess Hayley Williams wants to do a solo career now.
I don't know what they're doing.
Either that or one person who I think could do it. Do you guys ever watch Ken Tamplin Vocal Academy?
No, what?
Ken Tamplin Vocal Academy?
I don't
No.
think so.
Well, there's this girl. Her name is Gabriela Gunchikova. She played with Trans-Siberian Orchestra. This
Okay.
girl can sing. Basically, Ken Tampa Vocal Academy, they can teach anybody to sing like your favorite artist. And this girl is like, honestly, like on the level of Bruce Dickinson in his prime.
I think he's
And-
dropping an album very soon.
Yeah, I think he is too. I've heard that. I think either Iron
March
Maiden.
1st. I saw that it was leaked on Alter Portal. I was like, I'm gonna wait to download it.
Right.
Yeah, someone leaked it online, and I'm like, of course.
Yeah, gotta love when that happens.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Max
sure-
told me about that one time. He's like, "Why do you listen to your album so early?" I'm like, you know.
I think
Well-
I think MJ Nation does as well, actually, because I noticed MJ Nation will put out like a review for a song like the minute it comes out.
Yeah, but he sets it for a premiere.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Like I still have to. Well, I don't have to, but I'd like to review the new Linkin Park track.
I already reviewed it. It's nothing that special.
Yeah, it's funny. I thought it was much better than I thought it was going to be, but it's
Oh,
I'd
it
say
was.
it was all
good.
right. Like,
I would say it's around the decent area.
yeah, like I think it's better than most of the stuff on One More Light, which I guess would make sense to why it didn't make the cut, because it wouldn't have flowed that well with the rest of the album.
Yeah, like the first song off One More Light was not that great. Honestly, it was kind of cringy.
I think Invisible might be one of their worst songs.
I would have to say halfway right.
I mean,
Woke
really,
up
you could.
driving my car. Oh my god.
Yeah. I mean, you could really say that for a lot of the songs on that album.
I was listening to it the other day, just to get a recap and kind of see where I'm at with the record, and I still don't like it.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
You guys ever hear how Linkin Park got the Transformers gig?
Yeah, that was like back in like 2007 or something.
Yeah, but did you guys ever hear this story?
No.
Megan Fox, it was her favorite band, so she went to go see a concert with them, and got backstage passage when they heard that she was casted in Transformers. They asked if they could do a music for the song. Michael Bay, I guess, never heard of them, and she sent Michael Bay some stuff. Michael Bay ended up liking them and put them in the movie. And all three.
I don't think I've ever heard that story.
Well, that happened for 3 films, technically. Yep. The first one with What I've Done. The second one was New Divide for Revenge of the Fallen. And finally, it was Iridescent for Dark of the Moon.
Yep.
Hey, what's up, Ricky? If I haven't said hi to you
Hey, what's
already.
up, Ricky?
What's up, Ricky?
Cool stream.
Yeah,
well, thank you.
Yeah, I was gonna talk to him the other day, but I got really busy, and like I said, I was dealing with PS4 issues.
But no, Linkin Park was one of those bands that I more got into after Chester died, honestly. You know?
Oh yeah, it was really sad when that happened.
Yeah,
I didn't want to believe it at first.
The interesting thing is, we all kind of know he was depressed after Chris Cornell died, but I was one of the people. Cornell came to Kansas City, and then he came to the show where he passed away. You know, so I was like really one of the last people to see Chris Cornell, technically, because he did one more. It was a show before he died. You know, it was just like one of those things. My mom just fixed protects me. Chris Cornell died. I'm like, oh, well, what happened? And then we found out. It's like, oh, one of those spooky stories.
Yeah, it's Spear Dude on. Well, first, I don't know Spear Dude too well.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right, Dead Yellow. I don't know Spear Dude that well. I'm surprised that you know who he is, though. It's interesting. You Must Burn is probably my favorite song from 72 Seasons. Yeah, that's a good song. Probably not my top, but it's good.
I want to know when Unforgiven 4 is going to come out.
Yeah, honestly, come on, they have to forgive Unforgiven. And then Lux Eterna is probably my favorite song from 72 Seasons. Yeah, it's not a bad choice.
Maybe they could do the Godzilla part of it again, right?
Yeah. Metallica puts on the best live show. Tool comes second. Godsmack is third, and Breaking Benjamin is fourth. Okay, cool. Yeah, I've seen Metallica live. They're good.
Metallica is pretty. My dad. One of the first concerts I went to, I guess I was 2. I don't remember, but my dad took me to see Metallica and Ozzy in the early '90s.
That's pretty.
And I've seen Ozzy a couple times. Man, Ozzy's pretty fun to see. I'm rooting for that guy. Hopefully he can get on stage again. He even said that if he has to, he will tour in a wheelchair.
Who, Ozzy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has Parkinson's.
Well, it's Parkin 2. It's a form of Parkinson's. It's not like the best way I could describe it. It's like some diseases come in stages. He doesn't have Parkinson's 1, which would be like the Michael J. Fox level.
Oh yeah.
I'm not trying to be offensive here, but like Parkin 2 is basically like Parkinson's level 2.
No, so I hear what you're saying. They're not.
So it's not that bad. The biggest problem right now is his back, because remember he had that 4-wheel accident 20 years ago or so, and he got some stuff in his spine. He fell down the stairs, and the braces came out of his spine.
Huh.
So that's the issue right now. But man, if Ozzy tours in a wheelchair, I mean that's rock and roll right there, right?
I can kind of.
That's something.
I mean, come on, just pay one of the roadies then to sit there, push him around in the wheelchair and everything, you know. Either that, or like maybe just have him have this big golden chair, and he could just twirl around, you know.
Yeah.
Nice.
But my dad, when he saw Ozzy, apparently I was 2, but apparently Ozzy mooned everybody.
Yeah, I know everyone knows him by biting the bat's head off, but he didn't know.
Yeah.
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 I'm not gonna touch that comment with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah. Yeah, but hey, what's up, Josh? You found me through Jackal Cold Kick? Oh, that's cool, man.
Oh, I think he meant to say Zach D.
Yeah.
G.
Well, I was going to say, Zach, he forgot to put one word.
Yeah.
And maybe he was just talking about I bet he was just talking about the guitar chord, right, Zach? He was
Yeah.
talking about he was talking about giving you a D string.
Yeah.
Okay, now he corrected himself. Good.
All right. Yeah. I'll make you mod.
But
And now Max is a moderator.
yeah, they
Put that baby in the crib. That's great.
But what did you guys think of Alice Cooper's latest album, Road?
I haven't.
I
listened.
enjoyed it.
I thought it was interesting.
I kind of laughed at some of the lyric writing before it.
Yeah, I will say this. I think I didn't like really Nina Strauss's song. I don't remember what the name of it was, but it was towards the end.
Oh, Winner Takes All.
Yeah, I think Nina Strauss is a better. He should just stick with guitar playing, not songwriting.
Well, she wasn't bad for that album, Call of the Wild.
Yeah. Did you? Did you guys? I don't know if Brian. I don't know if you reviewed it on your channel. And I know Zach has it, but what about Mammoth WVH?
I was gonna review them, but I got really sidetracked with things.
Yep.
With a lot of other reviews in 2023.
I overall do like them, but I have one nitpick. Like Wolf is not. I think Wolf's like his dad. He's not a lead singer. Does that make sense?
Yeah, he kind of. I noticed someone told me that his voice is not really as great as Eddie Van Halen.
Well, even Eddie did sing some of the songs, but Eddie was a better background singer.
Okay.
And I think that's what Wolf's problem is. He's a better background singer. So I honestly think for the future of the band, dude, just hire a lead singer. You know, like you can sit there sing your parts during the future, but like for future stuff, I mean, but then like I don't know who you would get. I mean, because I think he does have a very like good grunge vibe to him a little bit, but like mixed in with a lot of rock history. But I think you can tell what his main influences are. I would just say you need somebody who's a kind of a chameleon singer, basically. You know, I don't know who that would be, but he's just very soft. But when I was criticizing him, like I don't think Wolf is that strong of a lead singer. Somebody was sitting there saying, "You don't know what you're talking about. He sounds like Roger Daltrey." Like, yeah, right. Zach, you still here?
Yeah, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we were just. Yeah. Have you listened much to Mammoth WVH?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard of them.
Yeah, I just think it's going to be really cool this year because we're going to be getting basically.
Zach is not a Star Set person. I'm mind
not,
them.
But I do
like
I
said, I'm songs, a fan of them, but I have not heard them in like since their last record.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest Starset fan, but I do like a few of their songs.
I need to check them out.
They're not terrible. They're pretty good in my opinion. Think of them. They did a collab song with Breaking Benjamin. I can tell you that.
Okay.
Yeah,
speaking of that,
think of them of like a Breaking Benjamin, Red type of band, but like with more electronics, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It may not be everyone's cup of tea, but I still
Oh,
like them to this day. But
I mean, with like electronic music, it has to be like really good. Like I do like Daft Punk, which, by the way, I think in the next 5 years they are probably going to get back together.
could possibly happen.
Yeah, I mean
It's up to them.
but hey, Tron, the new Tron movie is going to be coming out,
Mm,
so money talks.
What's your opinion on in Juice World? Not really a fan, but
No,
I
they're more in the rap scene, the emo rap stuff.
I'm.
that's a thing.
It's a thing now.
Uh,
The only rapper I got into that did fuse his rapping with metalcore and rock was Nothing Nowhere.
huh.
I'm.
He did a song with Under Oath, and I'm like, okay, I love this track already.
I'm not really the biggest fan of rap at all.
It's rap rock kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I don't mind some rap, like when it's in like new metal, like POD and Linkin Park.
Oh yeah, POD is pretty good. I enjoyed their last single. That was actually really good.
yeah.
POD's next album is definitely one of my most anticipated of the year.
The one thing,
Good news on that. I just pre-ordered it.
Nice.
the one thing that I still can't get over is country rap.
Country rap.
Yeah, like Hardy and them.
Yeah, Waylon Jennings' grandson is doing country rap now, and I'm like, this is just weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like weird in a not good way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
King Benjamin needs to hurry up. They kind of do.
You're
You know
not
what?
joking on
Overdue
that.
for
I was about ready to make a video about this. Like, where the fuck's the album?
Well, no, they'll just be like Tool and wait 30 years.
I hope not.
Oh my god, that band really waited so long.
Yeah, well, by the way, I heard they're going to do a new album.
Well, not to make anyone feel old, but Tool's new album came out 5 years ago this year.
Yeah, and then the next one is going to come out like in the year 3001.
3001. I'm thinking more like 2030.
That's mean.
I'm
Maybe
thinking next year, maybe, if it happens.
Yeah, hopefully it won't take as long.
No, because if Maynard said it's in the process, but of being worked on, so they're in post-production for it.
so. Maybe 2025 at the latest.
It's a possibility. If Breaking Benjamin delays their album to 2025, I'm gonna be like, motherfucker.
That would be lame.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be a good time for
though. Actually, there is a solo artist that's with that band, Breaking Benjamin. Keith Wallen is dropping a new record this year.
Hmm.
The guitarist for Breaking Benjamin. Sorry, I'm slurring.
Yeah, I knew he did solo music. I'm just not really a fan. Yeah, I think it would be reasonable for Breaking Benjamin to put out an album this year, and I think it would be cool. It would be a cool, like, sort of like celebration of their 20th anniversary of "We Are Not Alone."
I think they're already going to be celebrating that for sure.
Right.
20 years old this year.
When did the album technically come out? Like April or something?
Sometime in 2000.
I've seen Zach. You've been introducing Fabio to some new bands.
Which band?
Didn't you send a paid request for Red?
Yes, I did. I had them review their debut.
Yeah, I've been liking them. I've listened to them so far. And I know he listened to the Pretty Reckless, which I still can't believe that's Cindy Lou Who.
Yeah.
You know what I would love to see her do if Warner Brothers would give her the rights, because I think it was Warner Brothers, right?
Wait, which?
If Warner Brothers gave the rights for her to sing that song that she sang in The Grinch.
Yeah. Oh, Taylor Momsen.
Yeah, but as a Pretty Reckless cover. So yes, she'd be covering herself, but I think it'd be kind of interesting with a Pretty Reckless vibe.
Yeah.
Man, I got to see her. I saw her live. Man, that was a interesting show because I think it was during their second album because she wore the paint and everything. The paint with the arrows and you could tell there was pretty depends on the pop music.
I think we know who Lincoln 2 is if you get the gist, Zach.
Wait, what?
PH.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's who he is. That's what I'm assuming, but it's just when he mentions pop music, I'm like,
great.
Depends
I'm not going to jump to conclusions on that.
That's
just what I'm assuming, but who knows? I could be wrong.
Hey, I mean, it depends. For me, it depends on the pop music, like just like with everything. Like, hey, I'm not ashamed to admit it. I like some Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
I don't mind 21 Pilots. They're the one band that I know they're kind of in the pop scene and mainstream too. Their music with their first, I think the Vessel album was actually the best record I listened to, in my opinion.
Yeah. For me, like when it comes to pop music, like there's not really any pop artists that I like in particular. For me, it's basically just like some songs, some artists, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the artist. Like I think I probably honestly would rather say I like more like the more cheesy. I don't really like using the word, but the more cheesy pop songs because they're kind of meant to be kind of cheese and fun. You know, like I do like that song. I want candy because hey, I do want candy all the time. So just like I'm sure every one of us.
Yep.
But it depends, you know. Like honestly, I would even like we were talking about it earlier. I honestly would classify Paramore as sort of rock pop, you know.
Yeah.
And I like that.
Pilots was like more rap, pop, mainstream kind of stuff.
Right.
Their new record, their last record, oh yeah, it is Max. I personally don't disagree.
Again, I need to listen to Starset.
They have 4 albums in their discography. I know, Zach, you didn't like Divisions.
Yeah, in my opinion, their first 2 albums are their only good ones.
Oh yeah, they followed a story. That's what was interesting about it.
You guys heard that? This band. I've made a list of like my top. It's something I was kind of working on a little bit. My top favorite bands. This band's number 6. Have you guys ever heard of X Japan?
No.
I think I have, but I never listened to them.
Oh my gosh, they are. First, I mean, yeah, there's the language barrier because the guy's saying it in Japanese, but I'm more just like, listen, just kind of immerse myself into the like the music side of it, you know. But this guy, their guitar player, is like Eddie Van Halen meets Malmsteen when he's good.
Huh.
He is an incredible guitar. He was an incredible guitar player, and the
You want
lead
to know a
singer.
good guitar player? Look up Jesse Cash from Era. He's
Okay.
good.
You know
He
who?
actually does the really power riff stuff, and it's really amazing.
Nice.
Okay.
You know
Yeah.
who Nicholas C is, right? Junebug.
Yeah,
No,
he's
I don't think.
commented on my videos.
Maybe.
No, he's an actor.
Wait, who?
Nicholas C.
Oh, Nicholas C.
Yeah, who did you think I said?
I was thinking something different. Sorry.
Okay.
Nicholas Lee. I don't know what was he in.
He was in New Police Story with Jackie Chan. He was also in Raging Fire with Donnie Yen.
Are you talking Nicholas Tees?
Nicholas C. But it's spelled like TSE.
I've okay. I know who you're talking about. I've always thought it was pronounced Tees.
Oh, yeah. Well, it turns out
He's
that
into the kung fu movies.
Yeah, no, I
martial
like
arts
him.
movies.
No, I like him from what I've seen.
Well, he makes pretty good music too, and I don't understand the language from him either. So
Yeah, but no, with X Japan, like they are an amazing band. There's a great documentary about them. I don't. Probably the best bet is to find out on Amazon Prime, but it's whatever the price is. It's probably just worth the renting fee. You know, I mean, it'll probably only be like $5. It's worth it because it is an incredible documentary. You guys might know who X Japan is. They did a song, I believe, for like one of the Saw movies, Saw 3. So they're, they're easily in my top 10 favorite bands of all time because oh my gosh, are they? I mean, amazing. They literally did a show that lasted 5 hours in Japan.
that's great.
Wow. Yeah,
And like,
I would have said Avenged Sevenfold would have been in my top favorite until their new album.
Yeah, I heard their new album wasn't very good.
No, it was very experimental, and M Shadows' vocals were really toned down and not in a good way. I know he had vocal surgery, and I understand that, but it's just, I think they should have waited.
It's just crazy how long they waited to put out an album, and then it's like
7 years.
Yeah, and then they do something like experimental. Like what?
well,
It
I mean,
wasn't that good.
Yeah,
well, even Tom Kiefer, he went through vocal surgery. Who played in Cinderella? He had vocal surgery, and like he actually physically lost his voice. That's one of the reasons why we never got a new Cinderella album. He didn't. And now, if you see his solo albums, you can't even tell. So, like, once you lose your voice, if you're a singer, there's ways to work on your voice. I love what Sammy Hagar's advice is. The guy could still sing better than he could in the 80s, which is amazing because the guy's like 77 years old. But I love his advice. Have you guys heard this? He takes a shot of tequila before he goes out and sings. Because I guess tequila just it's supposed to smooth your voice or something like that. So I guess if anybody wants to be a good lead singer, and you're already a good singer, just take tequila. Just don't get hammered.
Oh no, most definitely not.
Coldplay. I used to be a big fan of them. I think they only have a few good albums.
Their beginning albums were really good up to Viva La Vida. Then after that, they kind of and Ghost Stories, and after that, then that
I lost respect. I lost respect for Coldplay when the lead singer allowed his wife to name their kid Apple.
Yeah, I think that's what you were telling me.
Yes, he.
Okay, that's.
Hey, is it? I mean, I didn't know the kid was a Granny Smith.
But no, Coldplay. They had some good stuff back in the day.
They did, but like I said, once he married Gwyneth Paltrow, we know who has the. We know who controls the money in the relationship. After that, I'm going to name my kid Apple. Okay, do you not understand? Like, kids are cruel in high school and all through school. If your name is Apple, people are going to make fun of you. I'm sorry. You know.
Unfortunately, that's true.
Yeah.
And like, you're just being a target. Like, she might have just well painted a target on her kid at that point. Yeah, I'm going to name it Apple.
I was gonna say, with what you said, Junebug, about the Sammy Hagar thing, the guy I mentioned, Jesse Cash from Era.
Yeah.
Apparently, with the new songs they've been dropping recently, his vocals are not the same back in 2021 with the last album they did. And his vocals were a lot higher then, and I think he must have damaged his vocals, so that's why he's toning it down.
I haven't heard some of Sammy's new stuff, to be fair. So
yeah, no, it's just I noticed that when I listened to the new song, I'm like, it's a nice song. It's just disappointing that I don't really get to hear good vocal range.
Well, at least he's better than David Lee Roth now.
Oh yeah.
I'll pull up this one. Y'all hear the rumor of Coldplay trafficking scandal? What the heck? I did not hear that.
I'm gonna need to see further. I'm gonna see further proof of that.
Yeah. You're gonna need to show receipts on that.
Because you could type it, but you have to show it too.
Yeah, I never.
Don't believe it if it's being shown, unless it's being proven.
Right.
Or been proven.
Favorite Coldplay song is "Fix You." That one's all right. I mean, it is.
I like the Speed of Sound.
Yeah, Speed of Sound is one of my favorite Coldplay tracks.
And what was another one?
Yellow. Yeah.
Yellow's a good one.
I know it really sucked when they played the Super Bowl.
Oh, Adventures of a Lifetime.
I don't, that's when they dropped off, I think.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to predict this. I think next year, 2025, I bet Taylor Swift is going to play the Super Bowl.
I'm not going to even pay attention to football anymore. Not after the whole rule change.
Yeah.
At a class called Potato. What?
That shit literally pissed me off. I'm like, 49ers should have had that Super Bowl win.
I just didn't even watch it because
it would have pissed you off, basically.
Well, I'm from Kansas City, and I like the Broncos more than the Chiefs.
I don't hate the Chiefs, but they've won enough.
Well, and I have this, like, I'm not judging Mahomes, but I just have this, like, would you guys know what I mean if I said he's too nice? You know what I mean? Like, there's something, I'm not suggesting anything here, but usually people who are that nice have some skeletons in their closet. You know what I mean? I'm not suggesting anything, but you know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
Yeah, but what was he saying? He had a classmate named Potato.
Yes, that's what.
Okay, well, if that's true, uh, I'm pretty sure he got uh, mashed quite a bit in school.
No, I get what you said there.
Yeah. Oh, and or maybe maybe Brian with his French fries. Well, did you have a Chianti with them and some fava beans? I think she's a good actress, but like with with everybody, she just needs to learn one thing: shut up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else she was in besides, Iron Man and the Marvel movies.
She's been in stuff, but like nothing of note, really.
Yeah, I can believe that.
I haven't really seen her in anything lately, so I'm just like,
She
Favorite
she
Coldplay?
she kind of got blacklisted a little bit.
I didn't hear.
wow.
But yeah, Viva La Vida, good song. That's one of my favorites.
I have a story about that song. When I showed my mom the music video for it, we get a phone call from my mom's ex-friend, and she apparently said her husband died.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a odd one. I was like, and we were listening to the song and finishing up on it, and it's like she has a hard time hearing the track because of it, because it reminds her of that.
No, that's understandable.
Yeah.
It's sad, but it's just one of
Well,
those things.
well, it's just one of those things. Like, the song. I don't think it was Journey. I think it was a Steve Perry solo song. Sherry. I have a hard time listening to that song because my aunt's name was Sherry, so she passed away. So
Yeah, I mean, you guys know what happened with me recently.
Yeah, we
There,
know.
yeah,
And I'm
there,
sorry that happened to you.
my condolences, man.
yeah, I appreciate it. But I was just about to say, like, I feel like there's going to be things that are going to be like hard for me to listen to and watch, due to that.
Mm-hmm. That's understandable. So,
When is X-Ray coming out? That sneak peek. It'll probably be out this year, sometime this year. I'm hoping to put it out in the summertime. We'll see what happens.
But yeah, I'm most likely going to be trading my old PS4 system for a PS4 Pro.
That's cool.
I have no choice because apparently the eject button is messing up. But I cannot say that when I sell it because it would not look good.
What information are you talking about, Prez?
I think you need to get him off the thing.
Can you mute Junebug Films? He's still in your spotlight. He talks too much, I think.
Yeah, get rid of him. He's a troll.
Okay, I can mute. Is that good enough for you, Noel?
Brian, wait. Isn't it about time to get a PS5?
Oh, definitely. I'm planning on doing that, but it's going to be sometime this year.
So, what's the troll's name again?
Press Pi or something.
Why don't you press Pi?
Press Pi.
Yeah. Well, why don't you
like that, or
You're already kind of convincing us that you are.
Well,
We've seen those responses many fucking times on YouTube.
You know what we can see. We can see your initials. So why don't you go, get off the stream and maybe go to the PP room. Okay.
Or you could say press
I'm just
I.
I'm just wondering what he meant by how do you know what information?
He's talking about the Coldplay stuff that he accused the Coldplay guys of doing, the trafficking.
That's what he said, though. But like he's saying, how do I know some information like this comment?
I think he's meaning that we believe that it's not true, because I think it's not true.
Right.
Yeah. If it was true, it would have been proven already.
What's your opinion on the MCU? It has its hits and
I heard Madam Web was garbage.
Yeah, well, Madam Web's not a part of the MCU. It's part of the Sony.
Well, yeah, and I heard it was really bad.
Well, yeah, because it was written by a computer.
Huh.
Wasn't there a director that was directing it? JC something?
Yeah, but it was written. There's a rumor going on, and Chris Stuckman did a video about it, and he's getting canceled over it.
Yeah, that stuff with Chris Stuckman's wild.
But he's basically accusing the movie of being written by AI.
You never know. They've been wanting to get rid of screenplay writers just so they can have AI make script plays and all that.
Yep, that's why the strikes happened.
Yeah. People's jobs.
Yeah, they're just trying to make everything so digital. That's why everyone is relying on technology, but you're kind of abusing it a bit.
Well, I don't really like all this technology stuff. I mean, I'm thankful for it, obviously, because I could talk to, people not even in my state, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not a fan. I don't want Skynet to happen. Or I'm not gonna be listening to HAL 9000. Like the minute my computer sits there and says, "I'm sorry, Ty, I'm afraid I can't do that." All I'm going to sit there and say to my computer, meet Mr. Hammer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for real.
Like maybe that's the problem. Brian, your PS5 is rejecting you, or your PS4.
It could be. It's an older system anyway, so I'm not really worried about it.
You're talking about when the song dropped. Which song is that? By?
Maybe PP talking because his balls have not dropped.
I don't think Coldplay ever did any trafficking. Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, I think someone's just spreading a rumor about that.
Yeah, because guess what? If that is true, then I will upload a video of me pulling a monkey out of my butt.
The MCU needed to end a long time ago. Yeah, I kind of agree. They should have.
Yeah, they're trying to get younger actors for the DCEU now.
Honestly, here's what would have been a good plan after Endgame. After Endgame, you take a 5-year break.
Yep.
It would have given you time to write better scripts.
And not use computers.
I mean, I know that there's a lot of people that say the MCU should have ended after Endgame, which I'm kind of.
I'm not going to say ended, but I think 5-year break. Because then you could regroup and rethink.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, Brian, does this sound familiar to you? Does this ring a bell?
Malomey. Oh god.
Or Wookie or whatever the heck is that doofus's name was.
Dude, I don't really care what you say anymore because you're just saying that just to get a reaction out of me. Not gonna happen.
It's starting to add up now.
It's adding up, but
So-
I've already figured it out now since he
So
said it.
well, maybe the biggest problem is that you guys said he's a Wookiee, right? Maybe he's a hairless Wookiee.
So apparently, he's a part of someone we had drama with last year,
Oh, well,
which we're cool with now as long as they don't start attacking us again.
Right.
Oh.
Well, my Discord server is it's more like it's closed like to the public pretty much.
well,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
It's for the best.
Well, hey,
What
that's
were we gonna say, Junebug?
well, hey, I'm just gonna take the Fabio approach with him, Zach. I'll just make fun of him. You know,
Yeah, you could do that.
the Italian Stallion 51. Make fun of him, and Zach, you could do that too. Make fun of him.
Oh, I know. Believe me. Abolish the
Their comments are a joke anyway.
to an extent.
Yeah, I mean,
You concerned that your review replaced by AI? What?
No, I think he's just making a joke.
Oh,
If that would happen, I would be like, get the fuck out of here with that deal.
you know what? To be fair, guess what? I'll admit it. If the paycheck is nice, sure, I'll replace the entire channel with AI. But that paycheck better be nice, and the check better clear every time.
Mm-hmm.
even though the MCU has a lot of flaws compared to the MCU DC Snyderverse, they failed miserably. Why do you think that's the case?
James Gunn, that's the case.
I don't think there was a plan really after Endgame. And the Snyderverse, I mean, Zack Snyder, I'm not going to sit there and say that he sucks as a director, because he really doesn't, but I think Zack Snyder's biggest problem is Zack Snyder, if that makes any sense.
Okay.
He's too caught up in himself when he can't really put, I'm all for the director's vision, but sometimes, you do need Zack. I'm pretty sure, if you could make a 3-hour Italian sniper movie, you would. But nobody's going to watch that, right? You have to cut stuff out, right?
Yeah, not meaningful anyway.
Exactly. Even if, but you're not going to be like Zack Snyder and sit there and say, "Oh, you don't know movies. I just wanted the experience of Italian sniper and everything, and all this other stuff." That's
Are
basically
we
that.
talking about the D. Snyder, in a sense?
Zack Snyder.
Oh, okay. Because it got me thinking of the Nickelodeon guy for a second. I was like,
yeah,
that dude is a pedophile.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. According to Brian Apsher, apparently there's a documentary coming out on him in March.
Brian Asslips. Ugh.
He was in
Dude.
earlier. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah.
I can't stand him, honestly. He's annoying.
I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to see a documentary about Dan Schneider.
Nobody does. Think of it like Cuties 2.0.
Did you like Moon Knight? It was all right.
I haven't seen it.
I haven't either.
Mainly because done with Marvel. So
Yeah, we're not going to get into that, Dirty Dev, because we've made amends with Leon. So
Yeah, we're just trying to keep the peace in that matter, but hopefully it doesn't happen again.
Yeah. But haven't seen PP show up lately.
oh, I think he's, but
I think he left.
Oh, look, here he is. What? How much does YouTube pay you for your content? 0 right now because I'm not monetized, and I don't think I will get monetized.
yeah,
I mean, I'll get monetized, but it's gonna be a little while.
yeah.
Well,
anything came of it for
well, I don't. The thing is about me, I don't want to get monetized because yeah, I'm saying this live on YouTube, Zach, but the YouTube guidelines, it's like I'll probably say something that'll offend YouTube. You know what I mean? And
right.
and then
Oh, now we gotta censor it.
yeah, exactly. And so basically, how I will make money once I get a lot of subscribers is probably through merchandise, which I already have. So
Oh god.
Oh boy.
In your dreams.
No one. Yeah.
We're not gonna even get into that
Yeah.
debacle of a topic.
Yeah. We're gonna let.
I know. See, I'll vote for him.
The kitty.
Yeah, I'm gonna vote for my cat this year. And plus, guess
It's a good
what?
choice.
You know what? You know what's great about him? He's a tuxedo, so he doesn't have. I don't have to dress him.
There you go.
But no, Zach, you introduced me to a lot of good new bands. I have liked Red quite a bit. I've listened a little bit to Demon Hunter.
Yeah, good band.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorite bands of modern era of rock. I really like Muse quite a bit.
Did you say Muse?
Yeah.
They're not bad. I like their older stuff for sure.
I do too.
Their
I do
newer
too.
stuff. It's good to an extent, but there are some albums that kind of were hit or miss.
Yeah.
Red.
I'm more of a newer fan right now, so I can't really say right now.
My favorite Red song.
If that makes any sense.
That's a hard one, actually.
I've always went with "Let Go" from their debut. That's a great song.
Pieces is mine, even though it's really sad.
Well, it's more of a ballad. But yeah, Pieces is one of my favorites too.
Yeah, but I have some other ones. I got like maybe 5 I could think of from Red. Feed the Machine.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Who is that?
I think that's Brian Apsher.
Oh.
Remote Tripod, that's him.
Yeah. I don't even want
it.
Well, hey, at least we got to give him credit. He likes to eat pussy. Maybe because he is one.
That's a good one.
Yeah, he fell right for that.
Besides, he could also I could show him another cat. He's actually blind in one eye, and then I named him Stevie after Stevie Wonder.
Zack Snyder is not really all that bad as a director. I mean, 300 is a classic. That DC Snyder versus a complete failure. Yeah, I can see.
Well, yeah, 300 is good. He does have good movies, but like I said, again, Zach, you can testify to this. Sometimes, as directors, our biggest issues is sometimes our egos as directors, right?
Yes.
And Zack Snyder has a ego the size of the Milky Way.
Yeah. Like sometimes.
So sometimes you need to check your ego, because your ego can always be your downfall.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That what happened to Wesley Snipes with I think it was Blade Trinity. It was.
That wasn't entirely his fault. I mean, Wesley Snipes reacted not in the best way, but they gave a $50 million budget to David S. Goyer, a guy who never even directed a commercial. So Wesley Snipes was more thinking on a business level, but not in the practical business level. More so, I'm going to rebel type of. So I don't blame Wesley Snipes, but he handled it wrong, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, how would you feel if you're a lead actor in a franchise that has made a lot of money, and then they, like, I don't know, and then they give a guy $100 million to direct a movie, and the guy has not even directed anything? That's kind of spending your money stupidly, isn't it?
I guess
Pretty
so.
much.
So, Wesley Snipes handled it wrong, but I don't blame Wesley Snipes there. So,
yeah.
But,
Push-ups can you strong boys do? I haven't done any push-ups in a while.
I don't do push-ups because I'm a fat guy. I do lay-downs.
Oh, lay down.
You got to bug. I'll give you that.
Let's see. PP says, I think. Oh, well. Let's see. Well, fine. If that's a legit question, my favorite movie of all time is The Searchers. However, I'm kind of debating about that one right now because the second favorite movie has kind of bumped up a little bit. I'm debating if it really has, and that's The Lord of the Rings. All three of them, because it's all one movie. At least that's how I see it.
That's fair.
So I'm kind of at a debate right now with myself, and Lord of the Rings is kind of becoming a bit of number one right now.
Long ago, I actually uploaded a video of my top 15 or some of my favorite films of all time. I think it's like a 15. I went over 15 of them. You might have seen that one.
Well, I would say my favorite movie of all time, and this is gonna sound odd, but it's Sin City.
There you go.
I know Frank Miller is not really a great person.
Yeah, I just know that the original Gojira and the original Jurassic Park are up there. Some of my favorite movies.
My favorite actor, probably Lord of the Rings, is probably Viggo Mortensen. And and probably a tie a little bit between Sean Astin, because you could not have asked for a better actor to play Sam, because I think that Sean Astin really understood the character, because J.R. Tolkien himself said that Sam is the heart of the entire series. And for those who don't know, uh, Sam was named after a friend of J.R. Tolkien's that died in World War One.
Oh wow.
And so he named a character after him and made him the hero of his own movie, or his own book. So I see you say it's a tie between Viggo Mortensen and Sean Astin.
Oh yeah.
I think
At least you got to give Peter Jackson credit. He made the films pretty epically amazing.
Yeah, which Peter
They're
Jackson.
long.
this question too, because I'm the Lord of the Rings personally, so
That's fine.
No, that's fine. They're not for everybody, but man, can Peter Jackson go back to making movies? I love his documentary, but come on, dude.
Yeah. I know they started a show called The Rings of Power like in 2022, I believe. They're bringing it back this year, but like in the fall sometime.
Okay, so PP, The Lord of the Rings is about friendship, not power. Because if it was about power, then the one ring would have won. Because the key point of the story is that good, and as long as you have friendship with each other, good will always win against evil. That's the entire concept of Lord of the Rings.
Definitely.
And by the way, I don't acknowledge Reigns of Poop, the thing that came out on Amazon. That to me,
you
that
didn't like it.
no. I'm not for what people think or anything like that. I really don't care about any changes they made, like casting wise. I didn't see the integrity of J.R. Tolkien in that. This man spent his entire adult life making this universe, and basically you just threw it away to make your own story.
Crapped on it.
Exactly, and I couldn't finish it, and as a fan, I just didn't want to see it. But I gave it a shot. Anytime there's a TV show, I give it 3 episodes. I figure that's okay. 3 episodes. I think that's fair. I fell asleep in the 2nd episode. And we could even say, you could say, oh, you were tired. No, I literally just got up, had 2 cups of coffee before that, because that's what I usually do. So I was pretty wide awake. So I have seen the Hobbit movies. I'm actually a Lord of the Rings fan and a Middle Earth fan. That I don't blame Peter Jackson for those movies. I more respect him.
Yeah, because you had to tell the story about how Bilbo got the ring, and
well, I more respect him on a level where, because Guillermo del Toro was originally going to direct those movies, and then he got let go for studio interference stuff. If Peter Jackson did not direct those movies probably would not have happened. And I think that Peter Jackson just wanted to get it done. So I don't really blame Peter Jackson for the movies.
yeah,
I mean, I can enjoy them, but not on the level of The Hobbit. But they're still in the top 100 favorite movies of all time. So,
But yeah, Mortal Engines is another movie I was actually quite impressed with.
I heard of it. I just haven't seen it.
I haven't. I didn't get a chance to see it in theaters. I wanted to, but it was a
You can buy it
kind of
on DVD now. It's like $5 to $7 now.
yeah. Well, I'll probably watch it at some point.
Yeah, so a movie that I finally got a chance to see recently after like a while of meaning to check it out was Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah.
That's a pretty good movie. What, that comment?
Yeah, sorry, I was reading it.
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, that's definitely a troll.
Yep, you're gonna have that on YouTube.
Yeah, and then the sad part that I've been experiencing when I go live is former YouTube friends that I've had falling outs with still comment that they blocked me.
Why?
Some of them never even gave me a reason why.
Yeah.
That's very petty and stupid.
Yeah, and then like people that I haven't seen in 4 years. Oh, and so yeah, like one guy who I'm not even gonna mention his name because it's not even worth it, you know. But one guy sit there and said that I am falsifying my interviews.
Oh, now they're spamming in your chat, Zach.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ban them. There.
Yeah, I think someone's doing that to piss you off.
Not really working.
Maybe PP needs Viagra. Do you need to go have 4 hours of fun, dude? And don't, you know, I love. Did you guys hear Steve Harvey's joke about that? He sits there. Okay, luckily I don't have that problem, but if I'm taking Viagra, and all of a sudden I have an erection that lasts more than 4 hours. He sits there. He sits there. Fuck my doctor. I'm taking selfies. Hour number 1. Hour number 2. Hour number 3. Hour number 4. And then he sits there, and then he sits there and says, "If I die after having 4 hours of that, he sits there, I could go to heaven, a happy man." I mean, because he sits there and says, "I like to think that St. Peter would give me a high five after that."
Oh.
I just love that joke because it's just like,
that's a good one.
I mean, because come on, I think that's how most guys would love to go out, you know?
Right.
Making love to the
give me a high five.
I noticed the chat kind of died down a bit.
Apparently, they can't appreciate good sense of humor. So, how are you liking StreamYard, Zach?
It's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I definitely have more trolls than, you know.
Unfortunately, it comes with YouTube. It's not as bad as what I've had to deal with recently, but yeah.
The one guy in here who said something about Brian's videos being delicious or whatever, I think we've dealt with him before, like last year on Discord. And that's what whole misunderstanding between this individual that we had issues with.
Yeah. I don't I don't know. Like I said, no, that's what I've been accused of recently. I've been accused of falsifying my interviews.
That's weird.
Yeah, but okay. I was talking. Okay, I was watching my mom's boyfriend's dogs, and like these dogs are weird. Like, and they're pugs, so they're already weird. But these pugs were just kissing each other and everything. He just got on me because it said there because the one thing that the female dog does is it licks the dog everywhere. Okay, and when I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. So I made a BJ joke that look the dog's even a BJ, and then to the other dog, and then the guy sits there and says you're falsifying your interviews, and then you are making jokes about dogs giving BJs. Real professional. I'm like, first of all, it's a live stream. Live streams are kind of meant to be fun, and
Yeah.
sometimes people in live streams make crude jokes. And I'm pretty sure that the guy who they accused me of falsifying, I actually do know that guy. He's a screenwriter.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
he has a very dirty old man sense of humor because he's 83 years old.
Wait, what? Why? What? What is he even doing? Like,
Who knows?
yeah. Brian, I think Jonathan Mills wants to know: is there a film that you own that you hate?
That I own right now?
I have no idea.
I guess so.
1517 to Paris.
I wonder why you hate that.
I just found it to be boring.
Not.
I mean, the story was interesting, but the execution was the problem.
Well, yeah.
A movie that I have that I dislike is probably Ip Man 4.
I don't hate that movie. I'm not a huge fan of that movie that much. But Scott Adkins was good with his kung fu style.
Yeah, Scott Adkins was good. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like terrible, like whatever. It's just the worst of the Ip Man films.
It's just man.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like it came, it went, moving on.
I can't.
You own The Last Airbender on DVD? Okay.
I actually used to as well. Oh my god, that movie we do not talk about.
How about the new one?
You mean the show?
Yeah, the new thing that came out on Netflix today, I think.
Is it pretty good or?
Oh no, I haven't seen it.
I've not seen it yet either, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't. I'm trying to think of something else that
I've been very hesitant on watching it.
Yeah, I don't. I'm trying to think of something that I own that I hate. See, my problem is like sometimes people. I don't really know my entire collection because sometimes, the biggest problem with being a movie buff is people sit there and say, "Hey, you're a movie buff. Here's some movies." Like, thank you.
Yeah.
There is. When he said The Last Airbender, it got me thinking of in that certain movie, towards the end of the movie, where they're at the Water Nation, the Water Tribe, and they find out that the Fire Nation's coming to attack their village, their home mostly, and then the funniest shit and ridiculous shit was where the guy goes, "Ooh," to signal the Fire Nation coming. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Wasn't that movie 15/7 Midnight? Wasn't that directed by Woody Allen?
You mean To Paris?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. The movie, its concept was fine, but the execution kind of fell flat.
Well, I just avoid anything directed by Woody Allen, so.
It might have been. I don't know. I haven't looked.
Mm-hmm.
But another one that it's another movie that I really thought sucked.
What are your thoughts on the Johnny English movies?
Oh,
I never watched them, so I don't have an opinion.
I think I've seen them all like once, but I need to like rewatch them.
What's
Yeah,
that, Prison Meddler?
They're basically James Bond, but with Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
Mm.
Help.
Yeah.
So there is like a lot of comedy and stuff. So they're pretty entertaining, though. The second one's probably my favorite, though.
Yeah, I need to rewatch them.
I have a bunch of movies. I just can't think of one right now at the top of my head that I really dislike.
What's going on, Prison Meddler?
I mean, for me, I mean, a movie's biggest flaw is to be boring. So, like anybody, like I'll even admit this. Like, I even like some Sci-Fi Channel original movies because at least, like, you could. They're so bad that they're good. But to me, it's like a movie's biggest flaw is to be boring. Like honestly, I could say this: I like Stanley Kubrick, but I don't like Barry Lyndon because I can review that movie right now for you guys. Are you ready?
Sure.
Go right ahead.
I mean, it just makes you fall asleep.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of how I felt about that movie, The Northman, that came out, I think, 2022 that came out.
You didn't like that movie?
Nah, it just kind of bored me. I mean, it was fine, but
I kind of agree with Zach, except there was one good thing about that movie.
I know, Anya Taylor-Joy.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I actually did not hate that movie. It was one of my best movies of 2022.
I'm really I got to see a teaser for it on Turner Classic Movies with the girl who I really want to get for an interview on my channel. I mean, this would be a dream interview for me. Alicia Malone on Turner Classic Movies. She's also been on AMC Movie Talk back in the day. You guys have seen her before, Alicia Malone. And oh my gosh, if I got her, I would love that because, hey, a girl who loves classic cinema as much as I do, and she's Australian,
That's cool.
I would love to get her.
You guys remember a movie called Cabin in the Woods?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Well, I haven't seen it, so.
I thought it was kind of dumb.
Oh yeah.
Um,
and then Chris Hemsworth says, "Oh, I'm gonna go get some help." Dirt bikes all the way to hitting a dome wall and dies. It's like, you wasted your time.
It depends on the Exorcist movie.
Yeah,
the new one sucks.
I never got.
I thought it had good concepts, but I think the problem is, honestly, David Gordon Green is not a horror director.
He directed Believers?
Yeah. And, like, I will say this. He did step up his game a little bit because he's directing, a sequel or a movie based on The Exorcist. But I think they should have gotten, like, I don't know. What's the guy who directed? Is it Takashi Miki or something like that? He did The Grudge.
Oh yeah, that movie was pretty fucking scary. I can tell you.
I'm talking the original, the Japanese version.
Oh, the Japanese version?
Mm-hmm. I think if they got like Takashi Miki or something like that, and maybe somebody who actually understands horror. Like, I don't want to say James Wan because he's like the obvious choice, but
I think James Wong directed The One with Jet Li.
no, I don't think he would want to.
I'm pretty sure I saw him in the credits.
I think he was the Saw director.
Yeah.
That's I think what you were thinking of. Yeah, he directed the Saw movies. And apparently there's going to be an 11th film.
Shocker.
Yeah. I thought this was going to be the last Saw movie. I was like,
remember,
a good thing while it lasted.
Hey, at least it's not like Amityville. Are you guys aware how many Amityville movies there are?
Yeah.
58 and counting.
Wow.
You know why that is, right?
Because of the story.
Well, Amityville is a town.
Story, actually.
Yes, but Amityville is a town. You can't trademark a town. So technically, it's public domain, and then like the Lutz case, and even the DeFeo case is all public record.
Mm-hmm.
So, Zach, you're a director. You could make an Amityville movie, and then there you go. There's your big shot, right? Italian Sniper, Amityville.
Yeah, pretty much.
On a Scanner Darkly.
Why do the horror movies have like so many sequels? Like that's one that I've noticed.
Because horror is cheap and it's a great return something.
Like they made so many Scream movies, so many Halloween movies, and
again because it's cheap and it's a great return profit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that.
Well, apparently the actress Jenna Ortega and the other, I think Melissa Barrera, were supposed to be in the 7th film. They left the film production and said, "No, we're done."
She got the Melissa girl got fired.
I know, because of Palestinian and the Israel thing.
Yeah, which I mean, she has her right to her opinion, but like, but here's the thing: she has the right to her opinion, but I also get why she was fired too. Because listen, I know a guy who used to work at Toys R Us, and all he said was that Toys R Us had a rule where you can't post anything about Toys R Us online. It was a rule.
Right.
They said, the guy sit there and said, "I had a great day at work." They fired him for that.
What?
But he broke.
That's petty.
He broke a rule, though. I don't agree with it, but anything means anything. You know what I mean?
And that's why they went bankrupt.
But still.
So I get it.
Yeah, I mean,
there's no Toys R Us stores anymore. So
actually, yes, there is. At Macy's.
Oh, that is true, but that's like a small thing, I think.
They don't really have the big stores anymore.
No.
Yeah, which sucks.
Prison Meddler, Zach D, and Brian delivers you the goods. What's your opinion on Scanner Darkly? I'm not even sure what that is.
It sucks.
I don't know either.
It sucks. It's a movie with rotoscoping that's really bad, and it's weird. I don't.
We're getting a Terminator 7. Why?
Oh god.
Yeah, like Prison Meddler said, we don't need another Terminator movie. Exactly.
Dark
Honestly-
Fate was the peak of cringe, honestly.
Honestly, if you got more of a visionary director, that's not Tim Miller, because oh my gosh, this Tim Miller is a interesting guy. So when he was and when he got he used to do animation before he did Deadpool, and so he had his own website and his own business, so he had his phone number there. I actually texted him.
Yeah.
It's not there anymore, but yeah, I was wanting to get involved with, hope maybe try my luck, try to get involved with the new Terminator movie. Yeah, the casting decisions that he was originally considering for John Connor would make you cringe.
Yeah.
So Zach Braff was one of them. John Heater as John Connor is who he was thinking. All comedy director
Seventh film.
for John Connor is who he was texting me, who he was considering.
Huh.
Now he easily could have been trolling me,
Right.
but the fact that you're even considering Zach Braff and John Heater, and usually guys who are into comedy, doing the role of John Connor says something about you. And by the way, I was the one that told him you should get Linda Hamilton back. So all I sit there and say is, Tim Miller, I want my cut of the movie.
Yeah.
Because you told me that Linda Hamilton didn't want to do it because of James Cameron and her divorce, is what he told me. So
Yeah.
where's my check, dude?
I haven't seen Terminator Dark. Oh, you mean Dark Fate and Terminator Genesis stuff? Yeah, yeah. They're not that good.
I mean, come on, let's call it what it is. It's not Terminator Dark Fate. It's Terminator Dark Fart.
Pretty much.
Basically.
Terminator Salvation was okay. Yeah, it was okay.
Salvation was good. Like, I think that Christian Bale is honestly probably the best adult John Connor.
Oh, definitely.
The last good.
And he was good as Batman too.
Mm-hmm.
The last good Terminator. Yeah, I can see that.
Just honestly, if they could make a new Terminator movie, I don't know what you do, but like if you had to, first of all, you're going to need a new face for the franchise because Arnold is too old.
And he doesn't want to do it anymore.
So, Zach, what I think you would like this idea. I think they should go more like a martial arts Terminator route.
That would be cool.
And I had an idea once for a magnesium metal Terminator. So what's the thing about magnesium? It's flammable.
Yeah, I mean, whatever works, I guess.
So Zach, you're a big martial arts guy. Who would you, and martial arts, actor? Who would you get to be maybe a martial arts Terminator? Maybe somebody.
I would like Scott Adkins, maybe.
Scott Adkins would be good. I just think that maybe go younger, like maybe like you mentioned Nicholas Tease. I think he could work. Or there's the one.
Oh yeah, Nicholas C. Yeah.
He's on the TV show Warrior. I don't know if you've seen it.
Wait, what is it?
Warrior.
I've heard of it.
There's Andrew Koji.
Oh, okay.
What's this? I know some people said that they would rather see him more as a resistance fighter, but I think Iko Uwais could be good.
Yeah, maybe. Terminator Salvation was all right, but it's pretty boring for the most part. I can respect that. Yeah, in my opinion, you only really needed the first 3 Terminator movies. I know Fabio says the first 2, but I'd go with. I like the third one, to be honest, so I would cut it there.
It's a nostalgia thing.
Well, hey, there's one good thing about that movie. Christina Loken saves it.
Oh yeah.
She was, and it's. Did you guys ever hear why Edward Furlong didn't do the movie?
Yeah,
it was. Well, guess who? You guys will be surprised about this. He really wanted to do the movie. However, he couldn't do it because he couldn't pass a drug test. But who was the breaking point on what if he couldn't do the movie was the girl he was dating at the time. Do you guys know who he was dating at the time?
I don't think
You'll have to remind me.
Paris.
Hilton?
Yes.
Oh God.
So Arnold called Paris and said, "Is he sober enough to do the movie?" Paris said, "No."
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I kind of agree with Prison Meddler here. Terminator 3 is underrated. Yeah, it kind of is.
It is.
Nick, what's his name? Nick Holte or whatever his
Nick
name
is.
Stahl. Nick what?
Stahl.
Yeah.
Even though it's not as good as the first 2, I do agree. You can't beat the first 2.
Oh, the second one is the best. The first 2 are the best.
I do. Yeah. There's a part of me though that I think that honestly, I mean, Linda Hamilton though, it was a mistake killing Sarah off in that way. But I also can understand why Linda Hamilton did not do it too. Because
in the last film they made, or
no, Terminator 3.
Oh,
because her and James Cameron were married, and then James Cameron ended up being a sleazeball towards her. And basically she ended up getting the rights to the Terminator movies in the divorce. And then she basically didn't really want to do Terminator anymore, even though she had the rights. But I wished in retrospect she would have came back for Terminator 3. Because she was basically the face of the franchise,
Right.
I mean, because I honestly think, yes, Arnold was the star, but Linda Hamilton was the face. I think if you got Linda Hamilton back, and then maybe if they fought I don't know, let's say, I'm just going to throw a name in the hat, Van Damme to play a Terminator, I think it would have worked or something.
Oh, yeah, Van Damme.
Or another action hero at that time to play a one-off Terminator. I think it could have worked. Here, Zach, I got one for you. Donnie Yen.
As Terminator?
I was actually thinking of that.
As a Terminator.
That would be kind of cool. I mean, I'd like to see it once at least. Honestly, I do think Terminator 3 could be better if James Cameron had directed it, since he directed the first 2. Yeah, I can maybe agree with that. But Terminator 3 is fine as how it is, I
You
think.
you know who originally the directors they originally were considering to direct Terminator 3, right?
Which ones?
They wanted Aim Lee to direct it, John McTiernan, and Ridley Scott.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Which,
Ridley Scott did make some really good movies. It was the Alien movies and also Blade Runner.
yeah, but again, Ridley Scott's one of those directors who's really hit and miss.
That's true.
Aim Lee, he's a great director. I just don't know if about Terminator. John McTiernan, maybe, but at that time he was going for some legal trouble.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but I would have been okay with either Terminator 3 or Salvation being the last Terminator movie.
Well, you know what the funny thing is? The war has already happened according to Terminator lore,
Yeah,
right?
because Terminator
Isn't it
2.
like?
Well, I know Terminator Salvation takes place in 2018. I think.
Well, it just got the. I'm gonna refrain from that joke.
Yeah.
But I think like what is it in the first movie? It's in like 2027, something like that.
The first movie?
Yeah, when the war takes place, it's like 2000 something.
Okay.
So the war is already.
There's going to be another Gladiator movie.
Yeah.
And guess who's directing it?
Ridley Scott. Yeah. I did like Napoleon though.
I heard. Was it really good?
I liked it. Of course, though, I like those like long epic movies. You know, like because some of my favorite movies are Ben-Hur, Spartacus. You know, so I seem to like those type of long movies. And honestly, Joaquin Phoenix is probably one of the best Napoleon actors I've seen. Because
he's a good actor from what I can tell.
the biggest problem with like a lot of actors that play Napoleon, they don't really focus on. They more like they don't more. They more. Napoleon was a tacticianist. That's one of the reasons why he did what he did, and they more focus. And so they kind of really captured that.
Hey, what's up, J Dog? Welcome, man.
Hey. So, and then it's amazing how they made Vanessa Kirby look in the movie, who's a very beautiful woman, and they tried to make her look really homely and kind of ugly looking. But it says a testament about her. Even despite how much they made her look kind of ugly and homely looking, she still comes off as very beautiful. You know.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings is another example of long epics. I've actually never seen any of those movies.
You should, Zach.
Yeah, that's what you've told me. I mean, probably at some point I will. You know,
Yeah.
probably just, you know.
I mean, who knows? Who knows, Zach? Maybe you could make a movie like that someday.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
One of the long, big Hollywood epics, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as far as my style goes, like I'm more like experienced with like action. as you can tell.
Yeah, but come on. What about an epic long action movie? I think you honestly would like Lord of the Rings because they are definitely that.
Yeah. I mean, they seem like they're good. So how's everyone's Friday night? It's going all right. How about yours,
Go.
Jim?
Saturday, actually, for me.
Oh, yeah, well, it's like 1:30 where I am, so. But it's going all right.
Going good.
Peter Jackson is another great director as well. Makes those movies. He also directed the 2005 King Kong remake. Yeah, I actually really dug that movie, the King Kong 2005.
I don't mind it. I just think it's miscasted.
My only problem with it is it is kind of long. Like, I feel
Well,
like
I just feel like Jack Black was not the best Carl Denham. Like, they honestly should have gone with Peter Jackson. Honestly, should have gone with his original choice, and that was George Clooney.
Yeah, you're glad it's
And-
the weekend. Same.
And then, as far as like Ann Darrow, I honestly think he should have gone with Keira Knightley.
Oh yeah.
And
Wasn't
then, like,
she in the Pirates of the Caribbean films?
yes. And then, as far as like the to play Jack, I'm not sure. Like, because Adrian Brody, I felt did fine, but it was just weird casting, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah, for its time it was. And that movie is going to be 20 years old next year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, it is pretty long of a film.
The game was fun.
Yeah, I've seen some of the gameplay. Looked pretty fun.
It was a fun game. Although it's very clunky. One time I was playing the game and Anne, basically, so there's a spot in the game where Anne has to throw a spear and then burn some bushes to clear a path for you.
Right.
And Anne throws the bush and Anne killed me in the game.
Oh,
I'm like, wow. Here's Jack. He loves this woman, and she kills him.
yeah.
I almost just want to. I guess I should have sat there and played. Love her.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow. You didn't
and-
mind the casting in King Kong. Peter Jackson isn't too well on casting, to be honest. Yeah, that's fair.
yeah.
I just know that Jack Black was really relevant during that time, like 05.
I don't think Jack.
Oh, yeah.
I honestly think that George Clooney, his original choice, would have been a lot better as Carl Denham, and then Keira Knightley definitely as Anne. As Jack, at that time, gosh, who would have? You know what? What about maybe Brendan Fraser as Jack?
That would have been a good choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And then Jonathan Mills says, I'm predicting Deadpool and Wolverine will save the MCU. Yeah, well, that's what they said about Guardians 3, but, I mean, look where we're at now.
I do think Deadpool and Wolverine is going to be a hit, but but one hit doesn't mean saving the MCU.
Right. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Because
they're a little overrated nowadays.
Who is?
The MCU is overrated nowadays.
Oh, yeah, it definitely. I mean, it's been overrated for some time now, to be honest.
I got something better than the MCU.
What is that?
Are you guys familiar? I'm sure you guys are familiar with Edgar Rice Burroughs, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, he made Tarzan, the
Okay.
Lord, and he also made the John Carter series. Well, he has other series of books that basically, without this guy, Marvel would not exist because he was the father of the shared universes in his own universe. Um, so basically, my thing is adapt like the books into his, adapt some of the books into movies that he made. I mean, Zach, in the books of Tarzan, Tarzan was a beast of a man. The guy fought dinosaurs, King Kong style.
Yeah. I
Like,
think I hear that.
like he literally would rip T Rex's mouths like King Kong.
Damn.
Wow, man.
Tarzan became immortal in the books twice. And then John Carter is basically Superman on Mars.
Huh.
I heard the movie was crap.
Yeah, don't see the movie.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the upcoming movie with Zendaya. It's called Challengers. I think I've seen a trailer for that when I went to see The Beekeeper in theaters.
I am
So-
ready for Dune Part 2.
Me too. I'm seeing it this weekend. I'm seeing both of them actually. My theater's doing both parts.
I feel like I'm sort of the
early,
oddball when it
showing,
comes to that.
Uh-huh.
Nice. I feel like it.
I do. I'm looking forward to it. Zendaya though, I'm not good. I can't say like I'm not like most people, but like I guess I just don't get it. But
Yep.
hey Zach, what does Fabio say about her?
Something about how she don't have no like rear end
She
or something.
she has no ass.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if I have to quote Beavis and Butthead with Zendaya, she's
The
flat.
movie is all one sided. Wait, what movie is that, Jimmy Rizzo?
Wait, oh crap, Rizzo's in the. We're talking. At first I thought he said Jimmy Lizzo. Like, oh crap.
No. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. I think Zendaya is kind of fine looking. Yeah, I mean, she's fine, but
I mean, I guess it's just one of those cases. It's not my cup of tea. You know.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen better, but I mean, she's not ugly or anything. Like,
No. Well, it also. I'm 31 years old, and I know we're 5 years apart, but she looks young. Is the problem for me? Does that make sense?
yeah, that's true. I mean, I also look young for my age, so
Yeah, but you at least look like she looks like a kid. Does that make sense?
yeah,
She
no,
looks like 16 or so.
Yeah, and so like that's my problem with it. Like, I don't want to be jailbait, you know.
right, yeah.
No, I don't blame you.
So, so she just looks young to me. I mean, she looks like a
She
kid.
does.
She looks like a
Carl
little.
looks young too. So does
Yeah.
So does what's her name? Jenna Ortega.
Yeah, she does. You know who does look good though? Who I want to see in more movies? Sistine Stallone.
Yeah, she's
I thought you were gonna say Rachel Zegler for a moment. I was like, oh crap.
No, that girl. Remember, Action Star of the Year, right?
yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I was saying at the beginning of this stream, a certain someone was triggered by that video that I made.
Of course they were.
Yeah. Well, he's the biggest social justice. He's the biggest social justice moron that I've ever met on this platform. I just can't with him anymore. But he started giving me crap on like Discord and stuff, and I'm just like, dude, I'm not having it.
You know, you need to tell him.
What's that?
Well, you need to sit there next time you see him. Just tell him that you have a song for him, and you type in "Let It Go" Frozen, and just sit there and say, "Hey, I have a song for you."
Yeah,
I have
So-
it on repeat.
Every time he shows up, you just sit there and tell him, "Let it go, let it go. The cold never bothered me anyway."
yeah.
So next time if he leaves you a stupid comment, you just do that to him, Zach.
Okay. Yeah,
Just
but I don't. He just has always negative things to say. Like Junebug. He was the one that I told you. I think I told you about this guy, but he's the one that like he's like obsessed with my films, but like all he does is like criticize them.
oh yeah, no, I had people like that. Like when I made films on my channel, they sat there like they acted like my films have more meaning than what they really do. Like if I had a red ball in the shot and it's just a random red ball, and it was just in the shot, they would like sit there and say like this ball symbolizes death or something like that. Like what the like? No, it was just a random red ball in my shot. It doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Yeah. And like come on.
Yeah, like that reminds me of something. Like that guy, like when he was reacting to one of my films, I guess I had an Xbox 360 somewhere in the background, and I guess because of that he accused me of being poor. It's like there's so much I could say about that.
Gosh.
Like
Well,
that doesn't mean I don't have any other consoles, and not only that, I don't know what that has to do with anything.
well, I mean, luckily though with the film, my film though it was really funny. The only thing about my film is when I was shooting it, my sister just moved back in my mom's house temporarily, so like the house was kind of a mess, and so they naturally assumed that like the guys they assumed that I was a hoarder because the house was a mess. But like no,
Yeah.
like my sister literally just moved into the house, so they were moving, and I decided to film a movie, and like yeah, it was just one of those like it was people just like were over criticizing it, and it was just like
Yeah, like people find the dumbest stuff to complain about.
oh yeah.
Oh, I know, right?
Anyway, you're back, Anthony. Cool. Originally King Kong 05 was originally going to be in the late 90s, early 2000s, but was shelved mainly because of Godzilla releasing in 1998. Peter Jackson was too busy with The Lord of the Rings. Interesting. I actually
Yeah,
didn't.
that script is actually pretty cool.
I like Godzilla 98, despite what certain people say.
I like it too. And I've always been a big Godzilla fan, and I was okay with the new design. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he looked like a dinosaur in the 98 film, but it's different, and that's what I like,
Yeah, I think the biggest problem with that movie is its miscasting. Like Matthew Broderick, not the best choice.
Right.
I think that they should have gone with some of their original choices. Like originally, I guess Bruce Campbell was considered,
Huh.
and
Interesting.
one of the choices that I just love, and I really wish that Roland would have picked him. Norm Macdonald was originally considered,
Oh, okay.
which that would have been funny.
Yeah. Rachel
Um,
Zegler is the female Keanu Reeves. Yeah, apparently.
Um,
Apparently so.
can you excuse me, Zach? I have to go shit at a monkey after reading that comment.
And then Andrew is here. I am tempted to join the stream, but I don't have Streamyard. Well, it's all you have to do is go to the website. That's what I'm doing.
If you have a way to contact Andrew, you can just send him the link.
Yeah, Andrew, if you can just download StreamYard Guess on the App Store.
You don't even need the App Store as long as if you send him the link. If you have a way to contact him, just send
I
it.
can. Yeah, Andrew, do you want the link to StreamYard? Because I can send it to you if you want. Hello, J-Dog. You can't stand Frozen. Yeah, believe it or not, I've actually never seen Frozen, and I don't ever plan on it. It seems kind of overrated to me.
It is overrated, but it's a kids movie.
I would say at least the first one. I would more put it on the overhyped category, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Not quite overrated, but overhyped. Because
it could be true.
I mean, it is a good story. Because what I appreciate about it is it's just it's not the classic princess falls in love with prince. They get married. It's more about sister, not sisters, but sister love, if that makes sense. And how your siblings love you, too. I think that's what I more appreciate about it. But
yeah, okay. I would join, but I kind of want to relax. That's fine, J-Dog. I don't see Rachel Zegler fight in movies. Yeah, I don't either, and that's the point.
She was in the Shazam movie, and I was like, eh.
I mean, I will admit, like before I even knew who she was, I thought she was pretty in the Shazam movie because I could tell, like, hey, she's a woman. But then I heard more about Rachel Zegler, and like, yeah, you might be, you're definitely not pretty on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't she complain about the original Snow White movie?
Yes, she said, "Oh, it's no longer 1937 anymore.
Well,
we're changing the film."
Well, and also, listen, I am not being. This is okay. So you guys know why Snow White is called Snow White, right?
I believe so.
Okay, so Snow White comes from Germany. And literally it says in this description of the book that her skin was as white as snow. Okay. So when you're casting a movie, you should have verisimilitude, make the audience believe.
Yeah.
When you see Rachel Zegler, I'm not being racist. Her skin is not as white as snow.
Oh,
not really.
Not wrong.
So,
but Disney's being very woke about these things.
Yeah, exactly, and like that's just like what I commented with you, Brian, about the Little Mermaid thing when you reviewed it.
Oh yeah.
People were complaining.
I had an opinion about it. I don't hate the movie, but I don't love it.
Yeah, but people were more saying because mermaids, yes, mermaids are fictional characters, but mermaids usually come from like Danish, maybe Italian, because you could kind of interpret some of the sirens in the Odyssey, or Greek.
Oh, so that's what you meant by that.
Yeah, it was a culture thing because mermaids come from Denmark and Greek mythology. I mean,
yeah, and it was a white girl that was playing as Ariel.
Black girl, yeah.
Well, yeah. Black girl for this film.
Yeah, but it was a culture thing, but usually people from Greece I mean, yeah, they're like some of them might be darker, but like usually they're pretty white, you know. And
Yeah.
and the one thing I had an issue with the movie when I saw it, you okay? So King Triton had characters of all races. So you made King Triton a sleazeball.
Mm.
Yeah.
He,
And
well,
unfortunately, he's a good actor too.
mm-hmm.
Javier Bardem.
Yeah, great. He's going to be great at Steelguard.
Yeah, I have to agree with Andrew on this. Tell those critics to go F themselves. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, but no, I just had an issue with that. You turned King Triton into a sleazeball where he had daughters of all races. So basically, you're saying that King Triton cheated on his wife, right? That's a
Yeah,
great
that kind of makes sense.
that's a great father.
Something doesn't add up there.
Um oh yeah, I don't even know how you explain that to your wife. Why is it that my daughter is Asian? Why is it that my daughter is black? Why is it that my daughter is Mexican? Um, I use my Triton.
To change their appearance.
Yeah, it was magic,
Yeah.
babe. No, Sebastian did it. Just blame the crab.
Yeah, blame the crab for everything.
Yep.
And I didn't like the way Flounder looked in the film. I was like, this looks like a real fucking fish, but talking. It looked creepy.
Yeah.
I think I've seen something about that.
Hey, you know what they're gonna do? I know what they'll probably do is, when I mean the Little Mermaid's already public domain, so they'll make they'll make a they'll make a little they'll make a little horror movie of the Little Mermaid and Flounder's the killer.
I can see it.
I mean, but you probably couldn't call him Flounder because I'm pretty.
That Flounder, though. I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh! Well, Sebastian was the one that looked the creepiest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I love Prison Meddler. Yeah. No. Tarzan.
Yeah.
Was from Wisconsin. You know who honestly would be a good Tarzan? I think. Yeah, he's part Mexican, but he's also part Austrian. But he looks like Tarzan, I think. Joseph Benea, aka Arnold's son.
Huh.
Oh.
aka the love child. But I mean, he's getting into acting. He looks like Arnold. I think he'd be an awesome Tarzan. And with being the son of Arnold, he Tarzan needs to be kind of athletic, so it would really fit.
Yeah.
Nah, it's just Disney's just changing things up for the worst.
Yeah.
It's not looking good for him either.
Well, when you hire Emperor Iger, then. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I've heard things about him that.
Violent Night. I don't think I've ever seen that, J-Dog.
Oh, that was a fun movie to watch.
That was awesome. You need to see that, Zach. You would like it.
Yeah, I think he said something about.
It's Die.
Yeah, he said, I don't have a problem with violence. Pretty cool. It's like Home Alone and John Wick combined. Oh, that sounds cool.
But no, John Wick. Basically, it's John Wick, but with Santa Claus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a Christmas or Christmas action film, I should say.
Yeah, and David
I think I've
Harbour.
heard of that. I need to see that.
David
Yeah,
Harbour.
David Harbour was good in it.
Mm-hmm.
I like him in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not
no.
going to do that, Andrew. No.
I know a lot about the insides of Disney because, well, I actually at 27 years old, during the time when Bob Iger's tenure was going to be up, I campaigned myself to be head of the Walt Disney Company.
Oh, wow.
And I got sent to a lot of people in the industry, and I was told that some people actually did vote for me. So Bob Iger doesn't like me too much. That's what I was told.
Oh, so they didn't approve of you.
No. Because
Wow.
I campaigned basically that, the MCU would be taking that 5-year break. We would also be taking a break from Star Wars and focus on entertainment. And we will also be readjusting some of the parks. We would try to be going back to, we were trying to make a deal back with MGM to get Disney MGM Studios back. We will also, I basically had this whole idea. The thing that they did not like is what I heard is I would be pitching to sell the parks in China. So
They didn't like that?
no. Because
Wow.
That's weird.
Well, but one girl, I did get an email from somebody saying, I wish I could. I don't have. Sadly, I don't have access to that email account anymore because I actually got locked out of my account for my YouTube account for an entire year because of password issues. But so sadly, I don't have that account anymore. But I did get an email from one girl who said that she voted for me because she saw. She says, I think I felt like I was looking at the new Walt Disney. As if Walt Disney was going to take back his company.
Yeah.
But
that's a good thing.
I took it as a compliment because Walt's one of my heroes, and
yeah.
But hey, I got a plan now. If I can't beat the mouse, if I can't join the mouse, then I'll just beat them because I'm already starting to, get into starting my own media company. So
yeah,
that's good.
I mean, that's what I'm hoping for myself. I mean, I don't really have a plan, but
I got
to be honest.
I got a plan with it because there's a movie studio that's pretty recognizable. I've recently found out how much they are, and they're pretty cheap. RKO Pictures. They made King Kong, Citizen Kane. They're still around, and they're worth about $5 million right now. Now, yes, it is a lot of money, but to buy a studio, not that much. Basically, what I would do with them is probably do a 100% buyout, and then try to basically turn them public again.
Okay.
So basically, yeah. Guess what? The House of Mouse will be meeting the House of Calm. And the great thing about RKO is there's another strategy to it. RKO produced the first 25 years of the Walt Disney Company.
Wow.
We are talking literally Steamboat Willie to Treasure Island. So yeah.
Yeah, that's really something.
Mm-hmm. So that all I'll say is, since I'm in X-ray, it could even be eventually that Zach's films could be under RKO when I buy it.
Yeah, perhaps.
Hey, he's trying to help you out, Zach. Definitely
Yeah,
accept
I
that
know.
offer.
Oh, believe me, I know. Me and Ty have had our talks.
Mm-hmm.
So Andrew says in a car group I'm in, someone accused me as being poor for helping or for having the entry level Lexus model versus the performance version. People like to judge like that. All Lexus cars are expensive, by the way. Yeah, I'm not really.
Usually they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your cousins didn't like the film. Interesting. I guess you're talking about Silent Night. Nick Ocado should have been the best action movie star.
No. You know who should have been the best action star?
Ooh.
Maybe in that one movie, and I'm saying the best action star for Little Elvis. That one movie, No Hard Feelings, with Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
And I'm saying action star for Little Elvis.
Huh.
Did you say Jennifer Lawrence?
Yeah, but I'm saying action star. Again, action star for Little Elvis, especially in that one scene in No Hard Feelings.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? I will admit it. When I saw that movie, I'm like, you know what? This isn't that bad. Because guess what? There was one good thing about that movie. We got to see a lot of Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah. I remember watching that movie last year. It was not the best movie.
But Jennifer Lawrence, in one scene, saved it, though.
Oh, yeah.
Nick Ocado is not even a good actor. I didn't even know. Well, I guess he does act in his videos. Like, I think that's all a show, to be honest.
You're gonna be fat as fuck.
Yeah. Oh boy. That's funny, Andrew. Imagine if they made Tarzan a black woman, made it Tarzana. What?
Oh, Disney, who knows? No, what they'll probably do is, he has, crap. What's they'll probably make like Korak, Tarzan kid, a woman or something. I don't know. I mean, luckily though, the Edgar Rice Burroughs estate. I mean, yes, Tarzan is public domain, but there's trademarking stuff that is owed by the Edgar Rice Burroughs estate. So luckily, the Edgar Rice Burroughs estate pretty much has a firm thing on Tarzan. So there's that. It's basically like, for instance, like Tarzan is public domain, but like you can't. If you make a Tarzan movie, you can't call it Tarzan as the title, and that's part of trademark. Does that make sense?
Right.
So,
no, I know what you mean.
So if Zach wanted to do a Tarzan movie, he would have to call it like King of, the King of the Jungle or the Lord of the Apes. Something like that.
Yeah, it may probably something like that.
Which, who knows? Maybe Zach could make a Tarzan movie.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've seen Tarzan. I mean, I remember growing up with it and everything, but
Yeah. Well, I think honestly, Zach, you should take the look at the Johnny Weissmuller one, where like Johnny Weissmuller probably was one of the first action stars. This guy was a swimmer, and he would sit there and like literally fight lions for the movie and tigers.
Wow.
I mean, literally too. I mean, Hollywood was a lot safer. Is a lot safer now, but back then, if I'm going to take that entertainment because you know it's real. Where the actor's literally fighting a lion.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, actor safety is number one, obviously, but if it's what are we going to take? A CGI lion or an actual guy fighting a real lion?
We're gonna take the actual guy fighting a lion.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Disney's less creative nowadays. Oh yeah, well that's definitely true. Live action Disney films are an abomination to humanity. Indeed, they are.
Mm-hmm. Well, I said that boldly. We would stop the live action remakes and focus on actual animation again at the Walt Disney Company.
They just need original ideas.
I mean, I pitched something to them when I campaigned myself, an animated version of the book Dracula.
Yeah.
Because I just thought to myself, well, Walt believed this. Walt believed that animation can be as dark as humanly possible, as long as it has a happy ending.
Yeah.
And let's test that boundary.
Yeah. Disney films used to be a lot more dark back in the day. Like they just play it too safe, I feel like.
They play it too cheesy and child safe.
You guys want to know something? You two want an inside scoop here? I'll say it live on Zach's channel.
Go for it. Don
Bluth wants to make movies again. Now, yes, he is 80. He's going to be 87 this year. But, and I know you both know who Don Bluth is.
Yeah, I think I do.
Secret of NIMH, American Tail, Land Before Time, All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Yeah.
Oh.
He wants to make movies again. And he has been saying this. He has said boldly that he can do a hand-drawn animated movie for $35 million. But no studio wants to do hand-drawn animation anymore. $35 million. That is pocket change for some of the stuff that they're spending up with movies now. Like, that's like if what Disney and studios are spending now, they're like going to, that 5-star restaurant. For $35 million, that's like if we just, sorry, Brian, that's like if we went to Burger King.
You're fine. I get the joke.
Yeah. So, where would you rather go if you want to spend your good money? Would you rather go to the great, I don't know. I don't even know a fancy restaurant. Some big fancy restaurant you have to dress up in a suit and tie. I think all of us would rather go to Burger King, right?
Probably.
So yeah, and plus $35 million. If it's something that people are interested in, people have said, "Oh, well, comic books are dead," or something's dead. Guess what? The market has proven that people don't. Why stuff is failing right now is because people are tired of this stuff that they're pushing. Right. And like look at the guy now, like the guy who Fabio really likes. I haven't read some of his comics, but that Eric July guy who's making his own comic book. Okay, he's made $1 million in sales based on his own comic book line. Comic books are dead?
Oh,
Yeah. So people are if you sat there and advertised Don Bluth is back and you literally make it then for $35 million and it's good, you would easily make a return profit. Like honestly, if it's a recognizable story, not a Don Bluth original story, but like let's say Don Bluth did do an animated version of Dracula. I think people are going to want to see a cartoon version of Dracula.
probably.
Yeah.
And
Most
especially if
definitely.
it's dark.
With AI technology, you can put Keanu Reeves face character in one of your. You can say John cameo in your face. Oh yeah. I will be honest with you, Andrew. I think maybe like a crossover with like Italian Sniper and John Wick would be kind of cool. So, I mean, I would like if I ever met Keanu Reeves, like it'd be cool to like cast him.
Well, I'm gonna head out, guys. Just so you know, it's getting really late.
Yeah, it kind of is. I'll be wrapping up soon.
All right. Good
All
night,
right.
Brian. Good night, Brian.
All right. See you later, Junebug and Zach.
See, No Hard Feelings is a good movie. Never seen it. Think you could buy stock in Disney. If I became a billionaire, I would buy most of it and be the new owner with the 51. We make.
Well, keep your eye on the stock with Disney right now because it's.
Yeah.
So you probably could get it. I mean, honestly, it's getting to the point that the stocks are going down so far that, I mean, it might even get to the point where one of us could buy Disney. You know?
Yeah.
Because did you guys hear how much they lost this year or last year?
Probably a good chunk.
Yeah. You want to take a guess?
I'm gonna say maybe somewhere in the millions.
No.
Oh, so more than that.
You want me to tell you?
Yeah, because I didn't.
Reports are saying, according to the stock reports, that Disney has lost because of all the flops. Besides Guardians 3 was the only one that made money. And remember, the parks are also flopping.
Yeah,
People aren't buying their merchandise anymore. All that money that Disney is wasting adds up. Reports are saying that they lost about $15 billion.
Jeez. Yeah, well, Guardians good because that was actually a good movie. So.
Yeah, well, 15 billion is what reports are saying, and that number continues to go down. So that means more money. So we're probably talking right now. That report came out. That report from Insight, some people who I know in December, and it's going down since then. So we're probably talking Disney's probably on the verge, probably about losing 25 billion.
Oh, okay. That's a lot.
They might be worth that much, Andrew, but they're continuing to go down. And as you know, you can only go down so far before Disney either has to, according to what reports are saying, selling to Apple, or Disney would have to declare bankruptcy.
Yeah, well, like I said here, I'll be the majority shareholder of Disney with my 51%. Stop all the nonsense. Even, yeah, right.
As long as you make me chairman and chairman, I can make Andrew co-chairman as long as he's good with numbers.
Yeah, there you go.
Because guess what? If Zach, I'm gonna have to quote somebody here, but I'm just quoting him.
Go ahead.
If I was the head of Walt Disney, the company, I would drain the swamp.
Yeah, I know who you're referencing.
Yep. And guess what? I'm not going to sit there and fear anybody because guess what? When you're involved with making entertainment for children and the families, you should hire people who definitely are family oriented people who actually care about families.
Right.
And if they do anything that is immoral, you're out.
Yeah, that's fair.
Go. And guess what? I don't give a damn how high up you are at the Walt Disney Company. You screw up with big time with when we're making family entertainment,
you're done.
There's the door.
Yep.
And basically how I would run it too. Zach, you remember when you were in school?
Yeah.
What happened when you were in trouble in school? You went to the principal's office, right?
I've only went to the principal's office one time.
Yeah, but you know you know what I'm saying? If you screw up, basically you're going into the boss's office, and it's not. And basically, you knew when you went to the principal's office that one time, you're like, oh crap, right?
Yeah.
That oh crap feeling, you know.
Like I didn't like that day. I didn't, because I was in elementary school when that happened. I did not expect that. I was just like, what's going on here?
Yeah, well, it's that sinking feeling like, oh crap, what did I do? And then
Yeah.
so you put that into people that they basically don't make them fear that they're going to get fired, but know that if they really mess up, they will get fired. It doesn't matter how much clout you have or anything.
Right.
You're done. And I will deal with the reproductions of HR if they fire me. I'll sit there and tell HR to kiss my butt, you know? And because if I'm, because I was going to clean, I was going to clean the house if I was head of the Walt Disney Company. And people even told me to fire Kathleen Kennedy. Like, well, I would probably, with Kathleen Kennedy's situation, I would mainly ask her, because it seems that she has a hiring problem with hiring directors. I would just ask her straight up. So what is the problem with the hiring director situation? Because I'm noticing the pattern from an outside perspective that you keep hiring directors and then you fire them. Why is this? Ask her the simple question. Why?
Yeah.
If she can't give me an answer, well, they just don't fit what I want, my vision for Star Wars. Then I said, well, what is the vision for Star Wars? It should just be basically, good guys kill bad guys, and story, the core philosophy of the hero's journey. That should be the key point of Star Wars.
Right.
And she can't give me a straight answer, then yeah, she would get a pink slip, and I would tell her to have a Disney day. Which, by the way, do you know what that means? Have a Disney day?
I want to.
Well, if a Disney employee tells you to have a Disney day, it essentially means F you.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I knew it meant something. I mean, I know I've heard that saying before, but So, what movie actor do you all think is overcast and overrated? I'll say The Rock. The Rock comes to mind for me.
You think that? The movie that's overrated or overhyped.
Well, you said actor.
The Rock. I would have to say The Rock. Like The Rock, I would say used to be good in his early days, but I'm gonna say it. I think The Rock. I think his ego got to him.
Yeah, probably.
And then he became a puppet.
What if Walt Disney can see what happened to his creation? Do you think he would hate the direction it took? Probably.
Definitely. The man that I've done research on, and Walt is quoted as saying this, and you can find the quote anywhere. You just have to look it up and not snuff stuff about Walt. Actually legitimately look it up. You're gonna have to probably find it more or less, but Walt said that he wants to hire people based on their talent, not their gender, not their skin color. He wants to hire people based on their talent. One of the great things that Walt did, yes, he did not hire a lot of women artists in the early days. Instead, he hired them as inkers. Now, for those who don't know, inkers were literally the ones who would ink the color in all those colored films that we see and all the shorts. Walt, when he realized that, and the reason why they hired women, and this is factual, women naturally have smaller hands than men because women were better at the job to ink it.
Yeah.
Walt told Roy, his brother, who was the financial person at the company, he wants to pay the women more than the men, not because of progressive or anything like that. It's because he legitimately saw that the women were working harder than the men because inking, every frame of picture to make it look like the Walt Disney quality, he knew that they were working harder. So the women got paid more. And if Walt was alive today, even at 125 years old, he would sit there and say, you guys need to, you really need to clean up my studio immediately. And he would not, and it would not be a very pleasant cleaning house.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna go now. Okay. Just wanted to pop in and say hi. All right, J Dog. Thanks for joining. You take care. Guess how much Disney Corporation is worth? $197.63 billion.
Yeah, but it's kind of going.
Yeah,
It's going down. I mean, it might be kind of fluctuating right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, believe me, that number could go down for their next film release, because think about they spent 100 million on said film, and if that movie only makes 100 million, well, then there you go. They lost 97. So it could easily go down.
200 billion, but now they're below 197. Oh, okay.
I mean, it could easily go down. It's amazing when you're not exactly the best with numbers. And that's my biggest flaw is wanting to be a businessman right now. I'm more of a face of a studio. It's amazing when you're not good at numbers, you kind of learn to develop numbers. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not the best with numbers either, to be honest. But
right.
I do. Okay, Junebug with me is the majority shareholder. I can point you to the chairman, aka board of the directors. Zach will be the CEO. All right.
Well, no offense, Zach. You just said you're not good with numbers. If I'm going to have a vice CEO, and I know what he's, I would probably have Andrew appoint somebody as vice CEO. You just said you're not good with numbers. I want somebody who's good with numbers as a vice CEO.
No, I hear you on that.
So, but maybe like I don't know, Zach could be like storytelling advisor.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
And the other thing I would tell all fans to, everybody involved in the whole aspect of the movie making industry that we're in, I would definitely tell them to, you know what, let's stop attacking the fans. Oh, it's because blankety blank, you don't like this, and that's why the movie sucked. No, maybe the movie sucked because hey, we sucked that day. You know what? Sometimes as a coach, sometimes a coach has to be honest to his team, the teammates, when the team sucked that game, right?
Yeah.
And so no, don't blame the fans. Don't have this blame game. You sucked. I mean, and then guess what? I think people are going to respect Disney a lot more, honestly, if you have a director that just sits there and says, instead of blaming the fans on why the movie sucked, the director just admits that, you know what? Yeah, that was not my best work. My heart wasn't in it. I took the job for the money. I think, yeah, people are going to probably call you, greedy or something like that. But at least if you're honest with yourself and honest with honest, I think fans. There are some fans that you're gonna regardless, you're gonna get those fans that hate you because you admitted that you took the money. But
play a fact. Go have people for honesty.
But then, yeah, I mean, because me and Zach, I'm pretty sure if we asked you, I know you love all your movies, but I'm pretty sure you can be honest which ones you think suck, right?
Yep, I think my Teleporter Alex movies or those series are kind of, eh. I mean, that's why I did a third one.
So there you go.
Yep, you make a fair point. I'm just the majority shareholder, so I'll trust Junebug's advice on who does what. Yeah.
Well, honestly, I mean, with the way Disney's going right now, I mean, with everything else, I mean, it's talked about that the head of Twitter might buy them.
Junebug should be in a cameo appearance in a series work. Well, actually is. He is going to be an X-ray, just like you, Andrew.
Yep.
I should probably right here.
Yeah, well, this was fun. So you think you're going to?
This was fun for sure.
You think you're going?
We'll do this again.
What to say? So you like Streamyard?
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel it's the most user friendly. I can't wait to see what role he plays. Well, I'll just say this: he plays a sniper. That's all I'll say.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, well, I'll see you guys later.
Right.
And hey, Zach, this was fun. Glad you joined Streamyard.
Yeah, we'll have to do something again. Yeah, for Streamyard, maybe I'll have more people on. Maybe I could finally get Andrew in.
Maybe we could see if he'll join. we could send Fabio the link.
Dude, that would be if you, me, and Fabio were in a stream, that would be epic.
Yeah, that would be fun. It's because I think Fabio and I would have very, very interesting banter.
Probably. He'd probably say, "Yeah, those crackheads took over Disney."
Well, no. And I would sit there and say, "Yeah, but remember, Disney can be great. Just let Junebug take over."
Right?
I mean,
Probably better in your hands.
yeah. Well, hey, that's what I gotta. If I can't join Disney, then I'll beat Disney because I that's something I've been wanting to do now with Junebug Films. Is you know what Disney's not going to make family entertainment. Why not? I'll make family entertainment.
Yeah, because family entertainment is pretty much dead.
Like, well, even though the current series I'm working on with another YouTuber is not exactly family entertainment, but I got to start out somewhere. So
yeah, you got to do
So, but hey, so hopefully I'm sure you'll go live again soon, Zach. So
yeah, and I'll have you on, maybe Brian again, and like I said, maybe Andrew. So
and send Fabio the link.
Yeah, for sure.
Although you might have to do a paid request for Fabio to join, right?
Yeah, I'd maybe like send like $5 or something.
There you go. All right.
Yeah,
well,
it's crazy that Fabio is, because I actually sent in the request for Mission Impossible 3, and he's doing all the movies. So
there you go. Well, that's what he does, though. You know, he just decides to get all the movies out of the way if you send him a series. I mean, how many Godzilla movies does he have left to do? Because I know you've sent him a couple Godzilla movies, right?
he still has a bunch to go through left.
I know, but maybe you could sit there, send him some Godzilla movies, right? The ones he hasn't.
What if I send him $100 just to review all of them?
Hey, if you have it, go for it, right?
Yeah, but I don't know if I'd send that much.
You might have robbed the bank first, right? Rob the bank for $100, right? So, all right. Well, I think we could go on for a while.
We could, for sure.
Because we were talking about wrapping this up, so this was fun, though. Really made Brian laugh a couple times.
Yeah, I rarely see Brian laugh, to be honest with you. So it was kind of a pleasant surprise.
Yeah. So, all right. But you can, if you hit end stream, you can just end the stream. So,
all right. Yeah. To everyone in the chat, thanks for all the comments, except for the trolls. You all can go screw yourselves and the haters and everything. But basically, all the viewers that I'm cool with and everything, you guys are cool. Thank you all for your comments. Thanks for joining. And thank you to Junebug for joining in on this stream.
Yeah, the trolls.
There you go. All right, well, it's been a good stream for the most part, I would say. So thank you all. Have a good night, everyone.
Been a good stream, except for the crackheads.
Right.